Hey, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I think I've got everything fixed. I think I've got the webcam quality fixed, the buffering, and all of it. I think it's fixed, which is good, because it's almost league start. It's less than... Is it what? 48 hours? Is it 48 hours? 48 and a half hours, isn't it? Is that all it is? 48 and a half hours now? Fuck, I can't remember. Let's go to stream setup so we can look together. Panic. Yeah. It's 2 days and 30 minutes. My head was in the way. It's 2 days and 30 minutes until the league. And I don't know if my league start plans might have just changed slightly. Just slightly. I'm concerned. Someone made me concerned. I mean, I'd read this and then I was like, it's fine, just ignore it. Hey. But one of the things that we were going to be using was armor explosion, and it now says that armor explosion is now supportable by cooldown supports. Armor explosion doesn't have a cooldown at the moment. Does that mean they're giving armor explosion, volcanic eruption, and quill burst cooldowns? Like, can only trigger once every 0.2 seconds or worse. That might impact herald chaining. I mean, we'd still use it because it's funny. And having even just one big armor explosion is probably fine. We'll still be able to blow up the packs anyway. It's not like we're going to have enough packs close to each other. But, like, what if that means that herald chaining just won't work again? Because they don't like us herald chaining. They keep fixing it. But this... Yeah. Because I saw this, I thought they would have fixed it with Ulna Tolls. But Ulna Tolls just got a bit of a buff, but not in the way we use it. Makes a difference. Hey, Parif. This is for anyone. This is for any attack-based build. I did this on a crossbow build. I did this on my quarterstaff build. I did this on my Gemling warrior two-handed mace build. I did it on all of them. Because it was really good. And now I think they fixed it. And I'm starting to get a bit of a panic. I was going to set up tonight. We were going to... It might impact what we do. It might impact Monk. Yeah, that might... It doesn't impact the Hollow Palm start of it. It impacts step 2. The bit where you start to, you know, where you've finished doing the campaign and you've unlocked tier 15 maps. You know, that bit. The bit where you've got, like, you've not spent any of the shit that you've picked up while you've played the game. You've sold all of the shit you've picked up, and now you're ready to buy some sort of quarterstaff. It might affect that, but I don't know until I test it, because this is really fucking ambiguous. Like, surely the change is more than armor explosion is now supportable. What's the fucking change to armor explosion? Because it's not just that. There's more. And they've... You know what I mean? Have you seen the... We're going to watch it. Yeah, we're going to watch it, Pera. That is something we're going to do. I'm just letting stream start and make sure that everything's stable enough. And then we're going to watch that. But we're going to watch 2 things, because there was also a new Carbots video, which was quite funny. It's only like 40 seconds long, but it's really, really funny. So we'll probably crack that on and watch that as well. And then we're going to, like, cook up this build a bit. Because I've got the build here. This was the 0.3 build. But obviously this is like way expensive. It's going to be way expensive on like day 3, right? You're not going to be getting, unless you're some sort, if you've got loads of like fucking divines because you're some sort of god tier hideout warrior that hasn't slept, or you're playing in a party and you're just dropping this shit, then like you just jump straight to this. Oh, we'll see up with the gloves. The gloves need to be changed, but I wanted to do a step in between this fucking silly high investment version. Basically one that quite obviously transitions from the end of the Hollow Palm one, and then it's like, right, now we're going to do something different. Because Hollow Palm's fine, but it's kind of boring, like, at the end of the day. It's not. It gets the job done. It's like that old fucking Skoda car. Like, you're not going to pull any birds with it, but, like, you know. At least you'll make it to the party. I will run a druid, but not at the start. Not day 1. Probably by day 3 I'll start my Druid. I'll probably have my Druid leveled reasonably early. I'll level one, but my first build isn't going to be Druid. First build will be this. Then I'll do a Druid. Then I'll probably just copy James Druid. I'm sure it will. We're going to have a quick look at the Ziggy D's video. So yeah, I want basically, you know, you do one of these early end builds with Hollow Palm, like either the cold version or the fucking lightning version, and then I'm not going to take Hollow Palm any further because there's just no point. It doesn't have any end game scaling. It gets to this point, and this is enough to do like tier 15s and unlock everything, but you don't want to waste divines trying to scale Hollow Palm, I don't think. And then from there you like go over to the Chaos Herald Bomber, which will be my end game monk build that will use a quartz staff, and it's going to be built around Flicker Strike for sure. It's just whether or not we use Chaining Heralds or we just fucking suck it up and just use one Herald. Which we can do, right? We've got Spirit Galore. We can probably do something quite cool. So, this is one I kind of need to feel craft it a bit. Evergrey, there's one thing in the patch notes that it says Armor Explosion is now supportable by cooldown supports, but Armor Explosion doesn't have any cooldown right now. I didn't do a warrior last league, I did a gemling. I don't like warrior. Yeah. Maybe. Great, maybe. That's what we can hope, right? It doesn't specifically say a change. Hey, AK, how's it going? It's not specifically a change to the armor explosion node, right? It could be just to explode and a change to that interaction when you've got, as you've said, a gem like Excise equipped, which would give it a cooldown. It would give it an 8-second cooldown, and then maybe you want to reduce that cooldown because you're going to use fucking 3 gem slots to give this crit and then reduce the cooldown of it. Maybe. So, yeah, we'll start off with the Ziggy D video anyway. I don't want to watch it. I want to pause it. I didn't get a chance to pause it earlier. Why didn't I like Warrior? Just don't like Warrior. It's just slow. Gemling is the better Warrior. The Vision Dodge build? Yeah. The fucking Vision Dodge build. I love it. Gemling Legionnaire. One of the ascendancies. Warriors just wasn't good. I don't know. It's basically the same as the Gemling, but it's just feels more restrictive. Although Titan's quite good with the extra passives, yes. I was playing it for the majority of last league. He probably thought I was playing a warrior. No, not really. Okay, I'm still going to do the Herald Bomber, I think. I just want to test out doing a low-budget version. It's just really high investment to get it working. You need like a really, really good mace. In fact, you really need 3 of them, or 2 of them, with the weapon swap now. It's really high investment to get one working properly. And one-shotting like tier 4s. It's like crazy high investment. Probably one of the most high investment builds. Just bad league starter. Bad. Well. There's that Warbringer build that looked quite good for league start that Rabbit showcased. I think Titan with the aftershocks kind of is very, very weapon reliant. Like if you want to do like an aftershock Sunder Titan, it's really reliant on the weapon skill levels. You one-shotted tier 8, what, as in a tier 8 map? Or a tier 8 map. Do you mean a tier 8 map there, Daniel? Because that's not the end game. I'm assuming you meant a tier... Right. That's not doing a pinnacle boss. That's not one-shotting a pinnacle boss. Which, to do that, you have to spend like thousands. You ended up having to spend like thousands of divines. Yeah, most builds should be able to do a tier 8 on a divine. If your build can't do a tier 8 on a divine, you need to check what you're going. What's going on? I was thinking about Freeze Chaos with Toll Stillness and Hand of Chonk with Despair, Decay and Hex, Coke Free. Oh, yeah. Hand of Chonk. I'm thinking about dropping Hand. Well, I've got to use Hand of Chonk. I've got to use Hand of Chonk to get power charges in single target. That's a good point. I think I'd taken Hand of Chonk off. I need to put Hand of Chonk back on. Shit, what drops? Honestly, this is going to have to run with an unset ring. I mean, for now, we'll just take off Blasphemy. We can't turn it on anyway. Surely I have a hand of... I must have one somewhere. Like, where did all my fucking shit go? Oh, God. I've obviously got a Hand of Chayula somewhere. There it is. There it is. Oh, there's my Aelith's Chimes. Okay, okay. Oh, I can't put stuff back in this. Oh, no. Which one am I in? Monk, switch to Ritualist. Oh, where's a currency tab that doesn't say remove only? Can I hide all the remove only ones? Is there a thing where I can just say hide my remove onlys? Stash options, hide. Oh, now I need to unhide them. That's fine. Honestly, that'd do. We're not going to have a load of 5-socket gems. I don't want to use 4 sockets. We use 5 for Flicker Strike. Cause... Yep. Well, depends which one. The one that doesn't say archived in front of it yet. No, I don't think so. We're going to watch a video first anyway. I'm just sort of flicking around between... My brain has not settled since after work. This is why I normally start stream at 7:30 and not 6:30, because I need to, like, decompress. I like my 1-to-1 today and everything. I have 1-to-1 every week. Hey, Ram. Witch Hunter's looking pretty good. I've not used the only Chaos Melee ability in the game, no. Dad. I'm not your dad. I can be. Did you guys see this? Yeah, this is why I want to... What the fuck is Eternal Rage as well? This is why I want to... Where's the video? Did someone put it in general earlier? There it is. Visit the site. Go. Ziggy D time, guys.
Here with a hands-on preview for the Druid.
Hands-on
preview.
At
the shape-shifting forms, Druid spells, and how the new class plays overall in the early campaign. I got a chance to record this when I went to the studio to host the Q&A. Thanks to Grinding Gear Games for covering my
I'll probably use
Keep in mind that as this was recorded more than a week from launch, it's non-final, and stuff can, and already has, changed from what you'll see here. The new Druid archetype is flavored by
I want
the
to pause it and
combination
look at
of
things that he
elemental
puts
and
up on the
nature
screen.
magic combined with shapeshifting into various beast forms. It does the rare and
Yes,
challenging
berries.
action RPG
Green.
task of giving us the potential to play a hybrid.
He
of
actually makes it
spells
look
and
quite
attacks.
good.
The human
Have
form is where your
pre-watched, sorry to
spellcasting happens,
disappoint.
and your beast forms are where your melee happens.
Not natural, this. Air's gone sour.
When you start on the beach, this is brought home when you immediately find a staff with lightning bolt to begin spellcasting. However, that is quickly followed by looting the new melee weapon type, a talisman. Talismans function just like any other melee weapon in terms of where your damage comes from. They scale just like a mace would, for example, with increased physical damage.
Oh, totally
attached.
angry.
But unique to talismans, they give you the ability to select a shapeshift form using this UI.
Yeah, it did. He was chunking
Werewolf
some of the
and bear
bosses.
form is what you have
like
initially,
500.
with Wyvern unlocking a little bit later on. This choice doesn't lock you into a form, but rather it just grants you the basic
Don't get me wrong, it
attack
looks really
of
good,
the
but they're not
chosen
going to make
form.
it shit. They want everyone
Whenever
to play.
you use one of these talisman attacks or any other shapeshift ability, you'll automatically shapeshift into that form.
I might make a
The
bear
basic
hunt.
abilities of each form are fairly straightforward, with the potential for a little bit more complexity as you go and unlock other pieces that they can combo with. The Bear's Maul grants rage on hit, while the Werewolf's form, for example, creates exploding chunks of ice on attacking frozen enemies. So they're
love chunks
designed
of
to
ice.
support or reward the other shapeshift skills that you unlock later on.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
With the Bear's Maul grants rage on hit later on
Feels familiar somehow.
enemies. So they're designed to support
Oh, it's just volcano. Limit volcano. It's just a volcano.
or reward the other shapeshift skills that you unlock later on.
Feels familiar somehow.
Or free
Each of the
stuff.
three forms also comes with passive effects
then just
mechanics.
blow it
The
all
version
up
I
with
played
ice
was likely
form,
non-final
with
in this
wolf form.
regard, but for example, Bear had defensive boosts and generated endurance charges when rage was consumed.
Endurance
while
charges
the
are
werewolf
nice.
gets a sizable out-of-combat movement speed.
Oh shit, I need to
which you
stop
can
the
see-
tinniness. 1 second. Sound setting times, guys. Time to get the old headbangers out.
in its movement as it drops to all fours.
That should be better.
You quickly also get your first actual gem on the beach here, Volcano.
I want to see the support gems as well. I'm really, really excited to see them.
This is a spell that causes an explosion and spits fire projectiles for a long duration. There's a running theme with a lot of the Druid spells that they provide some sort of ongoing benefit and that they often synergize with things that you can do while shapeshifted. This is all to support that idea of hybrid spells and melee shapeshifting because after
Hybrid
all, if there
normally
was something a
means
little bit
shit.
more limited, like a fireball for
normally.
example, then you have to
Most
make a clear
games.
decision between whether you use a fireball or one of the shapeshifted attacks. In this case, you can place spells, they'll continue to do stuff while you're shapeshifted. Perfect.
That does sound reasonable. Look how fast he's killing the miller, man. Look at that.
More on Volcano
chopping
later.
the
For
shit
now,
out of
though, we
it.
can fight the Miller with volcanoes and follow up with lightning strikes from the staff if we choose, or with our chosen shapeshift forms melee, which is obviously what I go for.
Tutorials on. Noob. Are you fucking chunking it? Oh, it's got like a teleport as well. Oh, that's nice.
Still breathing. That's a start. Sleep now. Whatever's left of ye.
The first uncut gem expands your options with the
You don't care
Entangle
about seeing his
spell,
life, right?
Lunar Assault for Wolf, and Furious Slam for Bear. I'll test all of them as we go, don't
Yeah.
worry, but I decided to kick off with focusing on the Bear's Slam combination first. The
Oh, do you-
Bear's
do you
basic
reckon
attack
mana
Maul
side?
generates Rage on hit, and Furious Slam spends Rage to empower itself with a more powerful explosion that leaves behind jagged ground.
You don't want to see his XP changing.
The fact that you're spending Rage also means that this constantly maintains endurance charges due to the Bear's passive bonus. Rage has been simplified across the game, with Rage spenders now more consistently costing 10 Rage, and a new visual effect shows in your character to indicate that you have at least 10 Rage, making you glow, even in shapeshifted forms too. So this means that whenever you're glowing, you know that you can use a Rage spender. I find the Devourer first up, so we get the first test of our metal a little bit early.
Aye, this reeks of the Devourer's lair.
And here we get to see a bit of the potential power of the Bear Styles combos.
You'll not harm another soul.
I love the power of the bear.
So volcanoes spit fire globs at an even pace,
He's
but
killing,
slamming
like,
them causes an extra set
That
of
was a
projectiles to
proper
fire.
chunk to the Devourer.
So placing volcanoes on bosses and bear slamming them while generating and spending rage is a simple and chunky feeling combo. And it makes pretty short work of the Devourer here.
The voice is very good. For sure. God damn.
You've gorged on the good folk of Clairfell long enough.
With the first support gem, I grabbed Fist of War to empower the Furious Slam, which plays very smoothly. It's perfect pairing with this, as you naturally tend to space out the slams anyway as you move around or as you generate rage with Maul. So the double empowered slams that you get from Rage and Fist of War also very satisfying. So pretty happy with that as a first support gem choice for this playstyle.
I don't think that'll be
There was some other interesting options there,
Not till
though,
next
such
patch.
as Overabundance and Burgeon for Volcano. So Overabundance lets you have a max of 2 volcanoes out instead of 1 at the cost of 50% less duration, which I think is a pretty...
What does Burgeon do? Support skills 10% more damage per second spent channeling. Well, you don't want to do Burgeon with Overabundance then, do you?
a good idea in many cases. Brings them down to something like 4 seconds maybe. But I think that's a very good trade-off, because you can slam multiple of them down really fast, get a lot more burst on bosses, and have your slams triggering two
they would have made
volcanoes at
it
once.
so that people want
So
to
I run
play
into
it.
my first of the League's Val encounters
Still-
around here.
still in early
These are
access.
just simple sacrifice
give a fuck about
platforms,
balance.
basically kill monster in circle.
The new stuff.
Thankfully, they aren't even too strict about you needing
yeah.
to be in the circle. You just kill monster
Balance-ish.
from the circle.
Yeah.
So this video is
adjacent.
primarily about the Druid. I'm not really going to be focusing too much on the League mechanic here, but I will touch on my very limited experience with it. The basic premise is kill monsters from 6 circles, and then you go raid a ruined temple for loot and a bunch of crafting options to improve your gear as you level. It's fairly unobtrusive as you play through, and then you get the chance to spend a little bit more time in the actual temple to do some gear crafting. That felt pretty powerful. For now, though, I get a chance to pick up the Wolf skill, Lunar Assault, and the plants. It's fairly unobtrusive as you play through, and then you get the chance to...
Right, so what do we got? Volcano, Entangle, Lunar Assault, Furious Slam, Shockwave Totem. That's a primal skill now. Things have moved. Rolling Magma, Wing Blast, Pounce. Storm, Arctic Owl, Ferocious Roar. Like, some of the howls might give you, like, temporary buffs, like empowered attack buffs and stuff that would be worth using, like, with a talisman offhand. Just to get these things up and running for your, like, main abilities, right? Like, some of this shit might be crazy, might have some good, really good synergy with, like, other melee builds. It might be a really, really good use of second weapons. So I'm not discounting using this stuff. I just don't want to start on Druid. I just, honestly, the ascendancies just don't appeal to me that much. It's too much waste. Yeah. I normally put Astramentus on my build. I don't give a fuck what attributes you need to use it. Yeah. There could be some good synergy here, just by using some of these skills as support for your main attack. Your main attack build, whatever that might be, as long as you're attack based. That could be true for ranged as well.
To spend a little bit more time in the actual temple to do some gear crafting. That felt pretty powerful. For now, though, I get a chance to pick up the Wolf skill, Lunar Assault, and the plant spell, Entangle, so I'll test those out in the near future. Entangle first, it places a fissure that grabs nearby enemies to deal rapid small hits of physical spell damage while slowing the entangled foes.
Diablo 2.
Skills like this are always
Just
really good
better
for utility, like Oil Grenade, for example. Slowing enemies is really
And it
effective.
doesn't follow you around, it just
Crossbow,
goes
I
online.
anticipate Entangle might feel similar here as a utility spell. And similar to Volcano, it's got that duration-lasting benefit design.
Yeah, some of the
so
shouts
it kind of
and
means that
roars
regardless
might
of
be
your actual leveling
something
setup,
you
your
can use.
build, you can throw in some Entangles for some extra damage and slowing. I'm immediately pretty impressed with the feeling of bear form for blasting bosses here. Double empowered Volcano Slams is very rewarding. And the hybrid gameplay option on Druid means that if you need to kind of back off a
think
little
it'll be
while,
mid?
you're taking a bit too much damage, your
I don't know,
floss are
man. We
getting
need to see
run
what they do.
down, you can give yourself some distance
Surely
and
the
throw
data
down
mining
some
will start happening
volcanoes and
soon, right?
tangles and later on other spells while you're
start getting a bit
recovering.
of
I'll take the
bit more
opportunity
info.
before we test some wolf form here to comment on the overall feeling of shapeshifting, and it is thankfully seamless.
I'll be
GG
restreaming
have
the
done
Game
a really good
Awards
job
tomorrow,
here
so
of
you can come
leveraging
get
the
your
weapon swap
furry
system,
MTX
especially after
style.
they kind of changed it to not have delays and things like that. And they've done it in a way that requires zero thought on the player's behalf, which I think is really important. We've dumped a bunch of new players on the Druid here, and then you had to like teach them a bunch of complicated weapon swap mechanics and set up for the UI. It would be a real problem, but you don't actually have to think about it or do anything initially to use it in its simple form. So spells just naturally swap you to human form and your staff or wand so that you can use them, right? Because they don't necessarily work otherwise, and the shapeshift abilities need the talisman, so they automatically swap to that and thus swap you into your form. There's no real delays here, and it just feels smooth and seamless, even swapping between multiple forms. And the gameplay feels pretty fast too, because that was the thing from the preview that people were concerned about. Especially in wolf form, it feels very fast. The initial reveal, it did a good thing of like focusing on clear, low damage, low movement examples of mechanics so that you could understand what was going on, but it didn't actually show what it kind of felt or looked like to play the Druid, and it made it look honestly a bit slow and clunky.
So much blood spilled here, the earth still bleeds.
The biggest thing that I noticed playing it though, that almost right away in Act 1, it was much faster and smoother than I would have thought from the biggest thing that I noticed playing it though, that
Fuck.
The earth still bleeds.
the biggest thing that I
That is quite a lot of change, isn't it? Those aura skills have changed as well. Their armory S nodes coming out there now. Oh, that's a chunkier armory S node. It'll probably be like a 24% one. It'll probably be like this, but just armor and ES, I reckon.
I noticed playing it though, that almost right away in Act 1, it was
Frosty
much
video
faster and
about
smoother
D4?
than I would have thought from the footage, and that's
I
because
played
you're
D4
actually
since
using
season
things
1.
like dodge roll and sprint to reposition between attacks. And you obviously have a lot more damage than what they use in those previews. And now onto the Red Veil Zone, I decided to test the early game werewolf style a bit more. Lunar Assault is a large slash melee skill that has a very high freeze rate and cold conversion.
I mean, that's fucking one-tap freezing stuff.
And that can be paired with the Ice Bite support to give you a big bonus
got a
cold
dead
damage
zone,
buff
though.
that's up pretty much all the time with this skill, as it freezes so easily on regular mobs and even fairly easily on most bosses.
That's a really weird, like, attack pattern. You can see where it attacks from the ice on the floor.
As a
Got a
quick
huge
aside,
dead
I
zone.
can confirm that you can be knocked down while sprinting in animal form, and I can confirm that it's just as hilarious as it normally is. Though
Yeah.
this only happened like 2 or 3 times in the entirety of my playtime. I'm not sure if I'm just getting better at using it, or if the shapeshift forms are naturally more resistant to heavy stuns maybe. Either way, it only happened a few times. Anyway, the werewolf doesn't have any immediate synergy with the volcano stuff, but there's no reason
D4
to not
announced
just
that what
use them
they
anyway.
announced
Like
won't
you
be in
slap
the
them
game.
down and then go into melee and tear them apart and you're getting the bonus damage, right?
But they were so
and it's all
keen to
scaling
release
kind of
it
just
the
as
day
well as
before
each other
Path
at
of
this point in the
Exile
game.
2.
The early combination for Wolf is using the Shred attack on enemies
D4
frozen by
bad
Lunar
indeed.
Assault.
D4
Shred's that
bad
basic
in the
attack
chat,
for the
guys.
werewolf. It's a rapid combination strike with the final hit in 5, I believe, hitting twice. Each hit from Shred on a frozen target chips off a chunk of ice, which then explodes after a decently long delay. The typical approach for rares and bosses is to use Lunar Assault a couple times to freeze them, followed by 1 to 2 full combinations of Shred, with the icicles exploding for some pretty wild burst damage at times, especially on any sort of larger bosses. The icicles do fly backwards behind the target, but on bosses, most of them tend to hit, especially those bigger ones. There's a lot more you can do with the icicles later on, and more combo pieces for the wolf form. It's only just this kind of basic bit here, but it feels fast and satisfying, and that freeze potency is very high.
It looks
right
like a
off the
better
bat.
ice strike.
So it's a pretty good early game for the werewolf, I felt. Honestly, for the first half of Act 1, I would say both Werewolf and Bear felt like very valid approaches with support from the spells. I don't know that I would go pure spells unless you maybe worked in something from one of the other elemental trees as well. There's no reason you can't mix and match those if you're using a staff anyway. Volcano and
Wolf's got some
Entangle
sort of
are
fucking
like
leap slam
fairly
as well,
good
by the
on
looks
their
of it.
own, but you want something else on top of that as like a burst skill. Obviously, you can use the basic staff skills; those are okay. But you could use a third gem maybe to pick up a spell from the elemental tree to round it out with a bit more immediate damage if you're going for more of a
He's got his
pure
wolf back out
spellcaster
already
for
as well.
example.
How?
Since
Oh,
those
from
pure
the predator
druid skills are
strike.
pitched at being kind of like ongoing effects that keep going as you're doing something else. So you want something else to do. So after Red Veil, the next tier of gems gives...
I'm going to guess that's Furious Slam or Pounce, one of the two of them. Or maybe, fucking God knows which ones.
access to Shockwave Totem, Rolling Magma for the Wyvern form.
They really capped the top end of attack speed. D4 mid, sorry, but they do offer a good game for my... Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And, you know, if it keeps them entertained on the iPad for a while, and, you know, you get to make dinner and make another 4-year-old. Well, they don't start at 4 years old. Then,
Actually,
yeah,
Wyvern
that's
skill.
fine.
And Pounce for Wolf, and Wing Blast for Wyvern as well. So Wyvern gets 2 here because it's kind of first...
0.3. Oh, it's one of the 10% surpassing chance to grant a power charge on heavy stun. Modified by monster power. Oh, so you could generate... 2. 2 at a time from a fucking unique.
So Wyvern gets 2 here because it's kind of first introduced at this...
Pounce, right. Pounce does the Predator's Mark, so this summons the wolf. Shapeshift into a werewolf and leap to target location, damaging enemies in the area. Predator's Mark will be triggered, targeting the highest rarity enemy hit. Or if a mark gem is socketed into the skill, that mark will be triggered instead.
point. You also like unlock the ability to swap to it on your
Click on the
talisman
things,
at this
click on
point,
the
even if you've
things.
got the original talisman, I believe. I suspect maybe it's based on character level. That would make sense. So this expands your build options in quite a few ways, about 4 different directions right away. There's a lot of lines of play on the Druid here, even right at the early game.
So, one marked target. Marked target takes 3% increased damage for each of its enemies within 6 meters. Right.
So you can...
We might need someone running this particular gem in campaign. If someone wants to be a wolf boy, we might need a wolf boy. That's a lot of extra damage for an early mark. For a we'll be a 6-man as well.
Totem with bear form for jagged ground eruptions, for example. Rolling magma plus volcano as a combo there for fire focused wyvern. The magmas trigger the volcanoes. You can incorporate pounce into wolf form, which gives a bunch of benefits. And you can also grab wing blast for like a lightning focused melee wyvern with its default attack. Since at this point I was really enjoying the wolf form, I grabbed Pounce, and this is possibly the best all-rounded skill in the entire Druid category. It's a skill of all time, I'll tell
How
you.
long do the wolves last
Big
for?
fan. It's
And
a
do
great
they-
movement skill that leaps gaps and obstacles.
I bet if
which
you
is tough
change
to use
weapons,
it
I
just
bet
by
you lose
itself,
them.
but it also slams and hits a large area
I
of
kind of want to
effect,
see him
which can be
change
boosted
weapons
with
and
Fist of
to
War.
cast a spell.
It marks a target on hit, and it automatically
out.
marks the highest rarity target, so it just works. You can link your own mark later on, or you can just use the built-in Predator's Mark, which is honestly quite good on this skill. It gives the target increased damage taken. Great. It's based on the number of enemies of your enemy that it has nearby.
Yeah, but that's
If that
still
makes
that's
sense.
still
So,
on
okay,
the talisman
if
weapon
you and your
type.
minions are standing next to it, it takes more damage. And it also summons a wolf
Well,
companion
cast a
each time you
spell, man.
trigger the mark on kill. There's other ways to trigger it later on. So it provides its own minions to trigger Predator's Mark's effect anyway. So this skill does everything. Crazy. Obviously, it's a must-have in wolf form, but I used it in every single build I tested on Druid. I think if you're using a talisman in your build, you're probably going to want to use this skill. A leap initiator, mark on hit is really good for any melee playstyle, and it's good to just have unless you have like another movement skill that you really want to use instead. I can see using
You
it.
probably wouldn't.
It's important here, I think, that I drive home just how you aren't locked to a form as well. Like, you may know that, but it's easy to just not really think about it. Your talisman choice is only the selection for
Like,
which
it would make
basic
sense if they
attack you
pissed
have.
off when you weren't
It doesn't
a wolf
lock you into
anymore.
a form. You don't choose a form like most games like this. It's only important what you choose on your talisman if you actually plan to do some sort of combo with it, and I don't think every build will necessarily use the basic attack.
Hey, Silas.
Some of them will because they have some pretty powerful combo effects. But for example, the bear forms one just generated rage, and there's other ways to do that. Rage support gem on another skill, for example, so I can absolutely see not using the bear's basic attack for too long. And you'd only use the werewolf one if you're planning on doing some sort of like icicle based build, right? So you're absolutely free to leap in as a wolf and then proceed to bear slam everything, for example. And it took me a while to really fully take that in and incorporate that into my gameplay. I still catch myself thinking of each shapeshift form as this like own separate thing, even though I know it's not.
He just
But
one-shot
try
one
and
of the
like
knights.
remind yourself to take Druid a
You don't
bit
even
more
care, like, he's just charging
holistically,
in.
right? It's
Doesn't give a fuck.
if there's like a skill or passive bonus from one of the forms that
Those
you
things
want
suck.
to enable some combo or synergy with your build, then use it. Nothing stops you, right? The devs have given some guided and more obviously spelled out combos within each particular like shapeshift form or archetype. Like for example, bear's maul generating rage and then slam consuming it, right? Like these are pre-packaged items that we're given as obvious starting points, but there's plenty of room for cross synergies between forms and potentially even other weapon types too. Like I don't see why you couldn't like generate rage on a bear and then consume it in wyvern form for the big flame breath or something. Or even alternate between bear slams and human form mace slams. I'm sure there's a build there. So wolf form, which already felt really good with its high movement speed and attack speed, definitely got faster and more furious with pounce.
Hang on.
Or even alternate between bear slams and human form mace slams. I'm sure there's a build there. So wolf.
So look, yeah, he switched to the staff. Oh, the fucking wolves are still out. That's pretty nice. That's very nice, actually. Especially if you can get them doing quite a bit of damage, but even if they're just fucking distractions. Even if they're just distractions. It might be Invoker Furry League start, man. We might be doing Invoker Furry League start. Oh, shit.
Form, which already felt really good with its high movement speed and attack speed, definitely got faster and more furious with pounce.
He picked up the amulet.
Overall,
Good
this
lad.
playstyle is a fairly straightforward melee attacker with some room for some pretty good skill
Yeah, hit that
expression,
shit.
I think, in how well you position and freeze and then swap to shred enemies so that you kind of choose which direction the icicles fly off. I think if you are pretty good at it, you can perform, you know, get a little bit of extra juice out of it. But if you just want to lunar assault, freeze everything and just kill them with that, like a freeze cleave build, then you absolutely can, I think. It's not as high single target right away as the full bear form combo, unless you get like really nice shotgunning off the icicles on a large boss, for example. But freeze locks down many bosses, and I felt like I was just dismantling any bigger targets, you know. It's like by the time they go to do their first real attack, you freeze them, and then they're nearly dead, so a lot of the fights were just kind of over before they began.
Oh, Wolfpack.
I did dip my toes into the wyvern form next to mess around with some of their skills a bit off and on. I played with Rolling Magma and Volcano as a kind of ranged wyvern. Magma Orb bounces also trigger Volcano's projectile pulse. So it's pretty difficult, I think, to position and take full advantage of, especially if like the enemies are running at you, for example. Something like Entangle can slow enemies down to help with that, so you can throw down some Entangles and Volcanoes and then shoot out some Magma Orbs to do some of that. But it's definitely a more difficult playstyle than what the other ones that I've covered so far offer you at this stage in the early game. This was a bit of a running theme for me with Wyvern in my play session. It's a more complicated form with some very powerful, specific elements, but less straightforward lines of play and synergies overall. It's also the one that's probably seeing the most changes from what I played to when it launches. I already know some changes that I'll mention as we go. I will come back to Wyvern a bit more later, because I had my first little temple foray after my 6th wild sacrifice here.
This place has gone to ruin. Power blankets this altar.
So the League is introduced to you with a just very simple initial design. You place some basic rooms. It almost doesn't matter where you put these first ones. Later on, where you place them upgrades, but it highlights and makes it super easy to no-brain it if you want. And then you just run that small temple to clear the rooms you placed,
Yeah, I'm sure they've
leaving
changed
whenever
things
you want. You don't have like a
testers.
specific objective here. You can clear the
tested.
rooms and you'll get like I believe a portal to send you out of there once you're done with all of the rooms. But basically you're just going in there for the actual specific rewards of each room. And that is like a bunch of chests and weapon racks and things that drop gear, or a bunch of crafting benches that do things like improve quality, add sockets, let you Alk reroll a magic item, which is really good while leveling, Regal a magic item, Exalt a magic rare item, and so on. So just doing like one or two of these quick little temple forays each act will give you a pretty decent chunk of gear improvement. I think I did one per act. You get a really good amount of items to craft too, but I recommend hanging on to any like specific bases you want to upgrade as you go into one of these. So for example, your next weapon base that you need to craft, you know, you don't have to use crafting currency. You can just go into a temple and make it. Or maybe you like need movement speed boots.
I suppose he is a druid.
Pair of boots in your inventory to potentially craft.
I don't think he's a
movement speed.
druid
That's
though.
how
I think
ended
he
up
just
getting
knows.
some of
I
my
think he's
movement
just got a
speed boots.
talisman.
I've never had so much like socketed and qualityed gear while leveling in Path of Exile 2 as I have with this temple.
He's actually a battered husband, is what he is.
I need more time for that.
Look at that damage. That's crazy. While still frozen.
So after my quick 5-minute temple gearing session, I quickly returned to the cemetery to absolutely embarrass Draven in wolf form.
Yeah.
And then I do much the same on Lachlan too, which is often a decent difficulty spike for a lot
Very
of
much like
builds.
That freezes crazy fast.
Hunting grounds. Best be careful shape-shifting, lest I take an arrow to the ass.
The other set of Wyvern starter abilities is
No,
melee with Wing
God,
Blast
we were talking about,
and Wyvern's default attack Rend.
Gear.
So Wing Blast is a bit like Spear's disengage skill. It's a backwards leap that can get you out of harm's way and do some other utility
I would imagine they
things. But in this case, it also is a large AoE that stuns primed for stun enemies and triggers an extra explosion for some nice kind of like AoE clear.
We're going as a
on those
6-man anyway,
enemies.
so our
It
campaign
also
should be
generates charges on stunning enemies, power charges.
relatively
with a
okay.
surpassing chance, it's called. You can scale it past 100% for more charges, potentially, for example. That's how that works. And one change that GGG has already told me about here with the Wyvern is that this skill has been buffed a bit by granting 3 charges now on stunning unique enemies, which is good because I felt like it was difficult to actually use the power charge stuff in boss fights, but having 3 charges means you can get like 15 seconds plus of empowered attacks or something. You can like chain it through the rest of the boss fight. So I could see you kind of just getting 1 stun and then that carrying you through the rest of the boss fight as you expend all of your charges. So that does sound like a nice improvement. So the Rend basic attacks can spend a power charge if you aren't currently buffed to give you a buff with empowered lightning attacks. It gives that skill a much bigger AoE and adds lightning damage. It does a few other things with a few other skills too. It actually turns it from like a very basic little melee attack into like a pretty hefty, big cleaving skill that does quite a lot of damage. Empowered Rend, it is slow, but it is big and chunky and really satisfying. I'm really hoping that there's some potential for like melee Rend builds that maintain empowerment with that, because it felt really good when I was cleaving my way through packs with it. Wyvern's early game was definitely the hardest to get the hang of all of the skills into the build here. At least when you try to stay purely in Wyvern form, because again, just like you can just use something like Wing Blast alone for a melee escape skill and then like play your bear build, right? There's no reason you have to kind of like force yourself to stay in any one form if like overall it doesn't feel like it's paying off for you. Still kind of wrapping my head around that. I did also kind of take Wyvern through one of the mystical areas in early
even if Yoshi sends me them.
Once I got through there, the first Spirit Gem gave me options of Savage Fury, which is basically a Druid-like Berserk buff that drains your health for a short boost to speed and damage. It looks very strong for bossing, and it's probably not too hard to manage that life loss as long as you got like a floss charge or something. Probably well worth it, and I expect we'll see some use. Anything that boosts your damage and speed for a duration is...
Oh. Now that's quite fucking nice. Look at that shit. That's fucking huge. Imagine that coupled with fucking charge infusion, man. You're gonna be like you're gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fucking crazy. They should. I've got a very there was, when I used to work on the service desk, one of the ladies that used to call the service desk used to ask for me by name. I was just a first line support analyst. She just liked to tell me her problems. She liked my voice. From up in Doncaster.
Usually a popular choice.
Is he going to mouse
I
over
didn't
any
get
of
to
the others?
test it in this run though, as Spirit Gems are pretty hard to get hold of in the campaign.
Oh, Herald of Ice.
And I instead went for...
Stores 1% of physical attack damage dealt up to 20. Oh, it's like Thorns.
Briar Patch.
It's like sexy Thorns.
So this buff stores some melee physical damage that you deal to enemies to automatically place a Thorny Ground when you next cast a spell. So if you put a Volcano down, it'll be surrounded by Thorny Ground, or if you cast like a Lightning Strike or something, it'll be Thorny Ground as well. It's got a built-in delay, but it's super easy to charge up with just like a single pounce on enemies, for example. It's pretty low impact overall, though I was thinking that there's probably some good utility supports that can go on there later, especially for plant druid styles. Between Thorny Ground, Volcano, Entangle, and Totem at this point,
plants, boys.
we have a lot of persistent effects we can dump out before engaging in melee. And they all scale fine together at this point in the game, right? Like, so there's no real reason to just not go ham and use everything. It's just like throw everything in the kitchen sink at the boss and then go in and bear slam them. You know, you got time often while most bosses are doing some sort of monologue to like pre-place like 4 Entangles, 2 Volcanoes, a Totem, and automatically place down the other Thorny Ground. So you're absolutely going to go that route. The other notable Spirit Gem choice that I passed up earlier was Herald of Ice, and I wasn't able to get my hands on one for the rest of the 3-act session, which is something I wanted to note because it's a bit of a shame because I played it and loved a lot of the wolf form, but I never really felt like I got the full picture of what it plays like to clear as an Ice Wolf. Because it feels pretty good, but it was missing a bit of AoE clear. That's the thing it probably struggled with the most. And not having Herald of Ice was like obviously the missing piece of that puzzle. So just keep that in mind as you watch that wolf gameplay in the future. And just mentally add some of your own ice explosions to that gameplay. Just to kind of imagine how your werewolf leveling might go. It's already really satisfying.
We'll have to see.
Like doing the icicle explosions and freezing things and watching them shatter. I can only imagine with Herald of Ice how satisfying that's going to be. If I go wolf, I'll definitely grab Herald of Ice. For bear, I'd probably grab that Savage Fury. And Briar Patch if I look like an Interstrad Druid, maybe. I don't know. Activating it with Pounce, maybe. I think that's more of a specific build thing. It's nice, but definitely not as impactful as other Spirit Gem choices.
Yeah, they have. You're right, CDS. They have updated that particular skill. It's not taking any damage to show off Briar Patch with. Oh no, there it is. It was full. It was full very fast.
Late Act 1, you start to get your first weapon set passives, and unlike leveling other characters, I think you really want to start taking advantage of these right away if you're going spells and shapeshift combo. Which I absolutely think you should, it's super fun. So it's pretty simple initially to start doing.
It's like fucking unarmed nodes.
This, if you've never messed with the weapon set trees, it only really gets confusing when you try to do respecking typically. That's when you kind of got to wrap your head around just how it works. But initially you can basically just kind of like throw any duration or clearly spell-oriented clusters on the staff weapon set, and any shapeshift or survivability nodes or melee damage stuff on the talisman set. I spent and tinkered with these a lot as I went, and it felt like a pretty nice payoff for it. There's like quite a lot of it going on that you can cherry pick between in the Druid area of the tree. It makes sense. I think passive tree support is like super important for this sort of like hybrid playstyle.
Looks like really good.
And it's good that that kicks into gear pretty early on if you want it.
Is the wolf just
for
straight up
Executioner?
faster as well?
I decided to revisit the bear slams since they performed pretty well early on. I was keen to see how they were holding up at this point. I had the totem now to add in, and that triggers the jagged ground from the empowered slams to create another explosion for some more bonus combo damage.
If they do, then we are being a shape-shifting, unarmed monk. Like, absolutely. That might also just be the wolf sprinting.
And yeah, bear form is pretty amazing on bosses. And overall pretty well rounded. Felt like the most well rounded of them. Like powerful single target, decent AoE clear, maybe a little bit slower, offset by just switching into wolf form, and nice defenses too. Bear's pretty nice. And you know, you can just use that pounce to form shift into wolf and start sprinting when you move between packs. There's no reason why bear has to feel slow when you can instantly shapeshift into a wolf whenever you want. I was really vibing the hybrid wolf bear and
just
human
for the
spells. It feels like you get to cherry pick the best parts of every part of these kind of 3 forms and just add them together to create a super build. Feels like cheating a little bit.
Count spam build.
Adding rage and rapid attacks to maul makes it really quick to generate rage for slams as well, with 3 mauls giving you enough for like 2 slams back to back. And when you start double and triple volcano slamming bosses, oh yeah, so good. Poor Candlemas and indeed poor Geonor. Guy really got outclassed on this whole shape-shifting trope, even after selling his soul for it, right?
He fucking stunned
So
him.
anyway, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but I have a newborn baby and our family is all sick right now. So I'll end part 1 of this preview here and optimistically hope to be able to get part 2 out before launch if I can. I'll try. Forgive me in advance if it's a bit later or if I can't make it. At times like this, I think it's best to just celebrate the small wins. Like, you know, making a part 1 preview and getting it published. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that it helps a few of you see a bit more of the Druids potentially.
It might be interesting to see
the fun that has to offer you if you're a bit unsure based on that initial review. I feel like Druid's getting a little bit of a raw deal in the reactions. So maybe do my part just to give you a little bit more of a realistic impression as to what it looks like. Anyway, folks, that's it for now. I'm Ziggy D, and thanks for watching.
That was very cool. Oh, look! Oh, wait. Achievement reward. Oh, his gear is very good. It's plus skills and plus fizz. Right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He looks like he's got some... He was proper chunking there. He was. Proper chunking. And then Carbot's released a video today, and they're always hilarious. I think these things are brilliant. I can't remember if these get me done by copyright or not. I can't remember. Anyway, it's really funny. Look, fairies. Yeah, yeah.
Well, what have we got here?
It might be.
You lost, fella?
Hey, we're talking to you.
I asked you a question.
What's wrong with him?
He's lost his bloody mind.
Yes, I am streaming the Game
What if
Awards
you
tomorrow
had-
for the MTX. Yes. 100%. I've got notifications. About what? Dead Rabbits mentioned me in a video. He's done a tier list. And he's actually made it into a video. I might have to watch his tier list in a bit. I might have to watch that tier list in a bit. I'm sure it'll do fine. Sure, me watching it on stream doesn't matter. Especially if I'm mentioned in it. That means I'm in the fucking tier list. That. Oh fuck! What else was in there? Overextend. We can get away without rapid attacks. That's just elemental damage versus its fizz. Close combat probably needs to go in there. What else did I have in there before? That's the big question, right? Oh, Rage Forged. Well, 100. It should have 100% crit chance once we've got charge infusion, charge regulation going, which will be basically straight away. So that should be fine. $50k flickers probably fine as well. Yeah, Rage Forged and something else that makes it do more damage. Surely I have a Rage Forged. I do. I don't know if I'm going to generate... Oh, well, that's more for bossing. Anyway. Garakan's Resolve is not like super rare. Unaltol's Embrace kind of is though. And that's right, we need to spare. We need to spare. Surely I've got a despair, right? Okay. Do both. Only want 1/5 socket gem at this stage, and that's going to be the Flicker Strike. And yeah, it's got to be close combat, right? Do I not have a close combat somewhere in my inventory? That's long shot. It's overabundance. That's close combat. There we go. Happy days. Or am I going to want more area on it so it jumps further? Nah. That'd be fine. Need to forge on these. That damage has gone down quite a lot. Get long shot. Bitter. Do I not have an Embitter? Okay. Apparently not. Can't remember what skill level it is. Hey, level 2. And then... good enough to just not quite to leave frozen things without Piety's mercy. Rather it just freezes stuff rather than alright. Like a compressed duration for the rituals so that they go off faster. Oh dear. Tier 1 is fine for now. Am I missing anything key? No. Probably not. It didn't even let me finish my fucking league start plan. That was just for that was just for hours 1 through 10. We've got to do hours 11 through 30 yet. Rude. I mean, we should probably put some stuff in charge staff. That might be nice. Have innovate. It's always nice. Blind. Maim. Oh, it's in here somewhere. Just can't remember what it looks like. Okay, maybe it's not in here. Maim. There's some. Here's some maims I made earlier. This damage is going to be kind of good. Stick prolonged duration on it for now. I'll figure out something better to put on it soon. Right, let me just go make sure this works in the absolute basic of forms, which is, you know, what have I got turned off? I think I've got like, actually I've got every aura turned on. I have got every aura turned on, but we would be trying to cram on another one. I don't want to get Wind Dancer on. So we would be taking an unset ring at this point as well. I brought a pretty shit staff, by the way. Ignore. I couldn't actually find one with +5 attack skills, but the top lines are all terrible. The crit chance kind of good, but that's what we needed. I just needed something with crit chance. Anyway, it cost me 5 divines. It was the best I could get from a standard market that has no one in trade. You'll do. You'll do. This would be a 93 fit, but I think I can make it a bit smaller than that. Alright, have I forgotten anything like absolutely dire? No. Apart from the fact that this... Mana. I've forgotten how mana works. I just get interrupted, I did. Bifurcate thing's actually kind of annoying, you know. You know, this sort of might be really annoying with it's also really easy to get interrupted from the flicker strike cast. I need it to be faster. One thing I do want to check is, does it get to 100% crit? It does get to 100% crit, so there is that. That's something that is expensive on the mana. I might have to use stuff like a... How long is it going to take to build up 20 charges? Not that long.
Splash! I need
Didn't have any power charges. Yeah, mana's a problem. Okay.
meet the Druid.
Does feel like there's something we probably need to put in the flicker strike as well for mapping, just to get it chilling a bit more. Mind you, I've got absolutely like dog shit gear on. Like at this point, you'd be able to get slightly better rings and everything. I would hope. But it... Is it... I don't actually know if it's... I know the arm break is going off. I can see the burning corpses.
Foul creature. I need mana. No mana. Meet the
Stuff is freezing. Right. Just not quite as well as it should, or as I need it to. It is specifically our freeze, which would probably mean like putting like total stillness on flicker strike instead of yeah, if we can get that chaos damage chilling, that should be fine. Basically double. Yeah, I've got some mana on kill already, but I think getting it on both gems is necessary. It's actually on bosses that it seems to be the problem.
Empower.
Yeah, there is some... Yeah, it does look quite good. Does for sure.
Need more mana. No mana.
I mean, the leech from the flicker strikes, not bad. Enough to top us back off, so. And we get 100% crit from charge and fusion, so that's fine. This was not working particularly well at all. I think it's just a lack of shock that was going on. Possibly even just a lack of damage on Herald of Thunder. Yeah, that's not doing enough chill. It's a bit better. Yeah, Flicker Strike felt very clunky to get going. Make it a bit better. It's so fucking expensive as well. Oh, we don't need to go cost efficiency, do we? It's 55% crit, but I don't think we need that to get to 100%. I think we can actually take those 4 nodes back and use them.
What is it?
Better.
Let's try something different.
I know I've also got spare nodes around. I'm trying not to make it a level 97 tree to start with. That sounds, you know. Let's not do that. So we can go cost efficiency. It does make everything a lot more palatable. Wicked Strike is at 74%, so 24% of that isn't quite enough. I want it to fit at 93, but I want those 2 freeze nodes. I don't think that's going to be enough. $6.55. No. Wait. That's going to be 95%. Alright, we'll affect the cost efficiency then. If we take those, that's going to put it, right, 80%. 24% of that taking us to 100%, so that's fine.
Yes, let's try something different.
So that puts me back at 89, so 3 points. 4 points. Damage is still like, what, 48k on Flicker, yeah? I mean, the other option is just like, go defense. Oh shit, I haven't fucking re-anointed Subterfuge Mask! Whoops. That means we're dropping a tiny bit of crit. Red, black, gold. Where's my other delirium? Oh, what? Where's the guild delirium? There's one. It's a bit better. Just shy of 50%, but also better from the ghost shrouds. Got a little bit more breeze build up shit going on. Tiny bit. And this just having better supports. Be good. Better. Alright, let's test it out on the map quick. Hey Jane, how's it going? I am starting monk, yeah. I am indeed starting monk. Yeah, I've seen the Druid video, it does look quite good. But yeah, I'm at least starting monk anyway. I would probably incorporate some of those skills into the monk. Some of them looked quite good. Any old map will do. Speak. You just want to see how it chains and stuff. No, I'm feeble. It's fucking annoying. Okay. Just working on the very, very first budget build for the... I think we could even probably just get away without running the chaining heralds. Just run both heralds instead. It'll still feel fine. Ow. Interrupting my bloody cast again. Okay. Hell. That's even at 0.73. We... Problematic. Okay. Guess he was just bouncing near the edge. I mean, it could have given me a boss without fucking ads that come out the side. Annoying. Let's try and just kill a Court Star Strike, it's fine. I think this would be fine. This is a pretty shitty quarterstaff as well. Important node is crit. Oh shit, am I still bifurcating properly? That's what I wanted to check. No! Oh my god! We're like 5% short, what the hell? How much crit are you supposed to be giving me? 25%? Then why isn't that going up to 100%? Don't take it. Maybe take one more crit node from somewhere. I don't know if the bifurcate's even worth it. No, just ain't there. Don't think they've nerfed it, no. We're going to be running it. I don't know if it's worth running it right now. Like this. I think it's just run Herald of Ice and Herald of Thunder. You'll be okay. Get the big screen clears. We need more damage for that. But yeah, I think we definitely want to run this with an unset ring because we're going to have spirit left over, and some of those new spirit things look really good. I'm not going to lie, they look really good. So we might have to take a look at some of those. We might. But yeah, I mean, something like this is going to be the probably, hopefully, really my end of day 1 or 2 is going to look something like this, and have most of the tech online, and then it's just going to be a case of gearing up. It is, well, like it is with most builds, but we're going to go from Hollow Palm. I don't want to worry about interacting with trade until I'm like level 85. Really don't want to have to interact with it during the first couple of days. It's fucking madness. Unless I'm selling stuff, I don't want to interact with it. So Hollow Palm into this sounds good to me. Just self-found all again. Well, if I do interact with it, I want it to be for really specific, really just randomly niche things that just no one else will care about. That's the dream, anyway. But yeah, it's going to be something like this. Is the main build we're going to be going for. On the Invoker, we will be augmenting it up with some Druid abilities, but I do need to see what they are before I can plan them into the build, of course. But I'm not fixed on what the auras are that we're using. One thing that's important to note is we don't actually have Blasphemy equipped at the moment. We should be running Blasphemy on this. In fact, I'd even go as far to say we probably won't bother with the Herald chaining at this stage, or even trying it in the first iteration of the Herald chainer. We'll probably replace Herald of Thunder with Blasphemy for that extra defense, so that they're slower at hitting us and less likely to interrupt our starting flickers. And we'll have make sure we're doing enough cold damage that flickers trigger and freeze to do just nice, just blow up, nicely explode the things it hits, so that it blows the packs up. They're going to be smaller, harder hitting packs anyway, so I think that'll probably work. In fact, I don't think it'll probably work. It will work. We're going to be faster around the maps because of Flicker Strike. We're not going to have much control of our character, but who gives a fuck? It's Path of Exile at the end of the day. So, let's put myself back in the normal place. In fact, I might need to stay down there, especially if we're going to watch Rabbit's video. Watch Rabbit's video. Watch his tier list. See where he's tiering people. That wasn't me calling anyone a loser. That's how I control my camera. Just happened to notice that it wasn't in small mode. Cast on crit not tornado. Well, at the very least, Wolf is looking for a solid campaign clear. Yes, the boss, it is. Yeah, I think they're going to make. The Amazon was really good for campaign clear. You found that lightning spear skill straight away, and you just fucking walked through the campaign with lightning spear, right? And then it became a high investment thing when you figured out later that everyone was accuracy stacking because 50% of the players were a fucking Amazon. You take it as a personal insult each time the L is dropped. Well, we're going to watch Rabbit's video. I'm going to stick it. It's a super serious. It's a super serious build. Go check it out. It dropped during streaming time. Here it is. No, I don't just want to. I don't just want to watch just about me. Let's watch about everyone. We'll watch the whole thing.
Oh,
You've got to watch it all the way through for the
now
support.
For real.
That's how the algorithm knows that people like it. You have to press the like button, subscribe, watch it all, leave a comment saying first or something like that.
Serious,
really
very serious tier list. This is all you ever need. This is the only tier list you will ever need. You should never listen to anyone else but me. When it comes to the tier list, we have the most important tier stages here. We have the Fubgoon tier, we have the Ruiz Cat tier, we have a Snake tier, and the Bait tier. Spoiler, every single Druid build, including mine, is going to be Bait tier. Otherwise...
Alright, so it's 3 tiers, and then somewhere to put all the Druid builds. My heart goes out to you, Danny.
Most important thing, this is for you to get a conclusive...
But we can jump on Discord if you want. Do you want to... Hello, nerds.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, it's got a new invite to voice. I was gonna watch Rabbit's video about all of the tiers.
Okay.
Well, what tiers?
He's done a tier list of people's builds.
It's like everybody's done a tier list, to be honest.
Everyone's done a tier list. I
Oh,
haven't done
it's
a
tier list season. Okay.
It's tier list season because everyone's out of content to do. So everyone's making tier lists about everything. It's tier list season.
Nice.
Shall we go do Sekimus?
What now?
set of data sets. I don't know what this is.
Oh, we're just testing the sorcerers. But...
To choose your league starter. What the other option is that you get an existential crisis looking through all of these builds and don't know what to pick anymore.
This is Arnold.
Hi, Arnold.
Get to the chopper!
Thank you.
So what's the
Thank
criteria?
you so much. And yeah, this is kind of just a compilation of cool, theoretically league starter viable builds you could check out for 0.4. We have some Druid builds in there. We don't know anything about the Druid. It is 2 days until we have the release of 0.4, and we don't have the Druid Ascendancy tree, Druid Ascendancies, and the passive tree yet. So Druid builds, I put we put some interesting ones in there. Okay,
I do like his Arnold reactions. I wish I was technically competent enough to figure out how to do that with something I liked. I put Orgasmo things all over it.
Daily notifications. Thank you, Crypto.
That was the last notification for now. So, just a compilation of some builds. We included Druid. Druid is going to be bait. We don't know. No one knows. Doesn't mean that I'm saying these people are trying to bait you. I put my own Druid build in bait as well. Okay, first one, of course. First one, of course. Rake, you have the honors. What is the first one? It is?
It's Fubgoon's Poison Burst Pathfinder.
Poison Burst Pathfinder.
If you like farts,
It's actually worthless.
this build is for you. You fart everywhere and poop.
You see, right? I'm gonna give. I saw this showcase. This showcase is with a headhunter on it, and that might be Fubgun's day one build. But he's in the top 0.1% of being able to acquire a headhunter in the first 24 hours. Not many people are doing that.
And expel with blood.
So yeah. It's
It's
very
kinda
cool
nasty.
though. But even with a headhunter on,
Isn't burst
it
half
wasn't one.
I mean,
Okay, I mean,
the build
yeah.
functions? Of course,
He's
there's-
I mean,
explaining
what
the
is there
build.
to say? The build is good. I'm not gonna say it's not good, but yeah, it's a fast build. It does good damage. There's not much to say.
Really fucking
It has
expensive.
the
Stay there,
Pathfinder
stay there.
Ascendancy saw significant changes and buffs, and
Yeah, amazing. And if you
it's now good.
never want to be able to get any gear for this build, this is definitely for you.
Somehow.
you can
yeah,
also
perfect.
run it on. You can also run it on other ascendancies. You just need to be on the right side of the tree to utilize all the movement speed and crit. So yeah.
Yeah, you can. But I think the main reason this is on Pathfinder and everything is for the sprint. So, and it's using this. It's going to be using the sprint nodes to get more speed. So actually, if you don't play this on Pathfinder, the build won't be anywhere near as fast. And it really is a Pathfinder geared build that Fubgon's come up with. It's going to be fucking amazing, but it's going to be so expensive.
Perfect.
That is my opinion on the build.
I mean, you can like the thing is, like we're memeing obviously, but like you can't go wrong with this. If Fubgon is playing something, if Fungun,
You can't go wrong with it so long as you can figure out how to farm enough divines to buy yourself all of the things you need to make this build work. But actually, he's doing a leveling build for it. I don't know how that's coming along. He looked like he was getting through Act 3 quite well, actually. So.
is decided on a build like that,
I just don't know how big the jump's
you can
gonna
take
be
it to the
from
bank
end
that
of
it will
campaign
most
to
likely be
this.
something that is going to be able to make you go fast, get some shit get some shit done. So obviously,
Snake deer. Snake
Wait.
deer.
oh wait, yeah, true. Wait, no, to bamboozle we kind of have to put it in the Ruiz cat tier, right?
Yes, Ruse cat.
No, it's
True.
it's the Fubgun. It's the Fun Gup, the Gup Fun, the Fubgun tier. Okay, next build, and already second one, apparently is ED Contagion. I'm just gonna go over very, very quickly. It's ED Contagion,
Yeah.
it worked.
Some dumbass German made some guide on this boring ass build.
It's ED
just-
Contagion.
don't play
It just
it.
works. It just works. It's perfect.
trash.
It works for
Don't play
campaign.
it.
It works for early end game. It's amazing. It's ED Contagion. It is obviously what
Snake.
tier? Is it snake tier? You think it's
Is he going to put himself in the top tier?
snake tier?
I would say, like, if you're saying Fubgoon tier is S tier and Ruiz cat is A tier kind of thing, I would say it's A tier.
Wait, no, we didn't say this is like A, S, or anything. This is for.
Or is it okay? So this
It
is just
Robert-
meme. Okay, yeah, bait.
No, that's Druid. Ruiz
Okay,
cat, of
snake.
course. Okay. Oh,
Snake,
Ruiz cat.
snake.
Ruiz cat. Okay. Next.
No, it's not tiers. It's not tiers. It's just set up like a tier list. Yeah. I think Rabbit's ED Contagion build is really gear dependent, and actually you can have a shit campaign if you don't manage to get enough Chaos spell skill levels. And I've got a funny feeling it's not going to be anywhere near as performant in the next league with the changes to plus skill levels, particularly through campaign. I think it's going to hit a fucking brick wall at about Act 4. But I don't know. When I have tested it, I found if I didn't keep up with the plus skill levels, as pretty much as soon as I could get them, the damage started to feel really horrible. It did. So maybe obviously maybe you can use a staff, right? But it's going to lose some of that defenses. I don't know. I think the changes to plus skills is going to really negatively affect that build,
Ruiz cat.
personally.
build. Next build. Grenade.
We'll have to
Isn't it by
see.
level 36 it's
Explosive.
the same as before, though?
Sorry?
At level 36, I think the plus skills are the same as before.
Are they? No, that's okay. That might
Well,
be
you
okay
get
then.
3 to 4.
You can get 3 to 4 still.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine then. Then it will be fine
Instead
still
of
on Act 3
3
Act
to
4.
4, you get 3 to 4. basically.
Instead of 3 to 4, you get 3 to 4.
No, instead of 4, you get 3 to 4.
Right.
Because basically before it was on a staff, it was +2, then +3, then +4. Now it's +1, then +2. Oh, shit.
Okay, but so you would have to use a staff to get the same level of plus skill levels as you would
Yeah.
previously. Right. So it's going to lose some of its defensive to maintain its offensive power then, and probably have to switch to a staff. And I would have been looking, if you were playing that build, I would then be looking to play it probably with a staff then, which is going to squeeze it on some other areas. I think that's going to impact it. The changes to wand. Can you still get +7 through? You can't get +7 anymore through your wand and focus, can you? You get +5 overall through wand and focus at end game.
You can. So maximum +6 on a wand and maximum +3 on a focus. No,
What?
actually, one can go to +7. If it's sanctified to +6.
What? Can they still go to +5? I thought
Yeah.
they couldn't go to +5 anymore.
No, they can.
Yeah, I thought they capped it.
I thought they kept it.
There's nothing. There's nothing in the patch notes.
I thought they said this in an interview or something.
Yeah, I thought they said it in the pre-patch notes interview, but might be
Modifier
talking
on
about, yeah.
all the modifiers on staves have all changed.
They said the foci can't go to +3 anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they removed the essence for it.
But they can still go to +3, they just can't go to +4 anymore.
Oh, then it'll be fine.
fine.
Then it will be fine. No, it'll be fine then. It will. Then the build will be fine. As long as it can get those plus chaos levels, then it's fine. Even at end game. Endish game.
Shot.
Just trying
Deadeye.
to make, just
By
trying to see
local.
if he
No,
ranked
next build.
himself.
Okay, so my one issue with this build
fuck.
is that it's on Deadeye. Oh, never mind. Wrong one.
Hang.
There'll be a
You
trouble
have the
with
same
it
link.
because
It's the same link.
As long as you can
my
get the same
God.
skill level, so at the same point. I really thought they'd reduced it.
Hang. Wait.
Hang on. Technical difficulties, chat.
Yeah, I know. Forensics. I don't use it for my build.
Okay.
Launch
there we
a
go.
bit earlier.
So yeah, okay.
Druid gameplay. Oh! Oh my god. Okay, wait. Okay, we have to finish this.
I mean,
okay, so obviously the damage is good. You move fast. However, Deadeye saw a significant nerf to their survivability with by GGG just straight up removing the damage reduction from Tailwind, which was like what was it, 30% less damage taken, which is quite big. So I think survivability might be an issue for Deadeye this league. But otherwise, it's great.
you see, I don't think survivability will be an issue. Well, it's going to be more of an issue, but they're always so overcapped on damage. Like every Deadeye build, I'm pretty sure you can find some space to find some energy shield
Grenades are
and
sick.
offset it. Maybe not 30% offset, but
It's
enough.
probably like grenades is probably the easiest way to get through the campaign. Like overall.
Yeah,
right
that
now.
too.
That's
Grenades.
You're just gonna be smooth and like smooth sailing through campaign. Early end
Yeah.
game is super good. You have like
Yeah, it looks like a push. I'm sure they changed it. It might have just been... Maybe they haven't changed it. They say things in the interviews and then they don't turn up in the patch notes sometimes as well. Also, when new patch notes?
multiple options when it comes to like which skills you're choosing. If you're going with a ranger class, you can also just at any point go to a pathfinder if you want to.
You know when we can preload?
Yeah, it's just
Tomorrow,
Yeah,
like
you can start.
very,
You can
very
start as
solid.
ranger. You can start as warrior. You can start as smirk. You
Yeah.
can start as
I'm not sure.
huntress. Like
Oh yeah,
anything in that area, you can play.
you need like 7 or 8 hours to download the game, don't you, Danny?
Well, not quite that much, but yeah, I need a lot longer than I used to. So I'll sort it out though.
Oh shit.
Because you don't need to go crit. Like
be
you can
honest,
play it
right.
without crit.
Yeah.
You can just.
So
do
what
it.
we're saying is, this is of course,
I'll be right back.
Bruce cat.
I'll be back.
this is Rue's cat here. Okay, there we go.
I think that Longhole's build's fucking awesome. I think that should have been. I know that they're meme tiers. They're
Rue's
meme
cat here.
tiers.
Perfect.
I'm not going to correct
The
anything.
critics with the tier 1. Thank you. Okay, next build.
The
is-
Karn shield wall.
Karn Giga Chad Warrior Shield Wall.
If you want to
Just
get to level
updated as well.
100 in 12 hours playtime, this is your guide. 1 to level 100, 12 hours, easy peasy.
That's great
This
damage in the campaign.
is basically the build that he used already in 0.3, I think, and he just updated it. And all the builds and the stuff will be linked, of course. He just updated this to 0.4. I don't think there were many changes, to be honest. He's probably doing this on a Titan. Titan even got some. I would call them buffs even a little bit because they adjusted the Ascendancy nodes a little bit with the slams or whatever. I would kind of call it buffs. So
yeah, the ancestral slams, right? Or whatever. Whatever they're called.
They adjusted some stuff about it. So, yeah, I mean it's kind. It's a warrior build. Wait, like, can you go wrong with that? Can
Another showcased warrior build with a headhunter on it.
Can you go wrong with that? Look at him wearing the sunglasses on the thumbnail. It's a Warbringer, is it? I'm actually not sure. Wait, let's look at the passive tree.
Don't know. He has the extra bag, so he's Titan.
It's a Titan. It's a Titan. Yeah. Okay. We need a snake tier, but
we are aware about the Druid footage, chat.
Okay.
We're gonna look at it soon.
It's gonna be. I'm just gonna.
Stop goon.
It's gonna be. Oh, that one.
Okay.
It landed in snake tier.
Good.
There we go. It's Fob Gunnar tier. Okay, Chad is saying Fob Gunnar tier. Like, there we go. There we go. Okay, what is going to be snake tier?
I'm noticing a trend that the ones that are like really, really high tier are the ones that have got the showcases with Headhunter equipped.
I don't even know what that means. Someone just said I need to add snake tier, and then we kind of need it. It has S in the title, so it's also like S tier. Diggy D shows Druid gameplay. We know. It's gonna be very soon. Next one. We're gonna look at the Druid gameplay in like after this.
What's this?
Okay, Insane Clear and Boss Melter. Next build is going to be the Spiral Volley Poison Pathfinder by Miso X Shiro. I think this was his league starter last league. Looks to be very, very,
wait a minute.
very strong this league as well because Spiral Volley got buffed, right?
Yeah.
This build is
and
ripped. Why?
I can tell you. Wait, what?
Miso's build
Why
is
is it
good.
good? I can tell you from personally watching X the Farmer X play that build. Was it 0.3 or was it 0.2? Either way, he played a Spiral Volley build, and he would, you know. But I mean, he is on a skill level 1 to 10. He is -2, and he made this build work all the way up to tier 15.
Okay. I mean,
it looks really good.
Yeah, there's got to be. The bossing of this build got nerfed. Okay, there's gonna be options, so I'm very sure there's gonna be options on the bossing side. Okay,
bosses, I'm sure.
This is our first
simple
snake tier.
Yeah, simple.
I'm gonna say this is our first snake tier. We have some snake tier options now. Okay, next build is going to be Nova Falling Thunder by actually 2 different people. Fearless Dumble, who is doing it on an Amazon, and Audacious, who is doing it on an Infernalist. This is actually something that surprised me very much because this could basically already be a thing in 0.3. Yeah. I haven't seen anyone use it so far. Now it kind of pops off all of a sudden.
I don't think you're going to get that
infinite.
Fast.
Nah, not infinite, but a lot of power charge generation into like Falling Thunder and Nova projectile spam. Looks absolutely insane. The movement is based on Whirling Slash, so it's going to be attack speed based movement. Looks absolutely insane. I don't know how this wasn't a thing like earlier.
Yeah, I can try to just add and explain a few things here. Whirling Slash attack speed is slightly nerfed. The build does not stack dexterity or accuracy, which Falcon Dive would enhance, would greatly improve from. Like, you can get like insane amounts of attack speed from Falcon Dive right now. But that gets nerfed in 0.4. It will now be 4% attack speed, I think, and then cap at like 20% increased, something like that.
Yeah, he's right.
So most builds
Great
will not actually notice that difference very much. It will just be a slight nerf to the attack speed. I think Prada said something about 7% for the build that he runs. Not a big deal.
Really good.
The power charges you generate through a unique chest, and by critting with your whirling slash, and you're hitting a lot of monsters with. You just need a decent amount of crit, and you're just constantly getting power charges, and that's how that works.
Amazing.
Oh, and Nova projectiles still works because skills that fire multiple projectiles will still go out around you, not AoE. It's just not going to be as many.
Okay. But
both those builds, by the way, they would actually be the boss damage is going to be pretty. It's not going to be as good, right? Without culmination, it is not going to be as good, but it would still be very, very good with that many projectiles. It would. So don't doubt that. This would still be a very good build and capable of a lot of mapping. Does require a quarterstaff to work very well. And actually the Nova projectiles would be doing even more damage. Like even more. Because they don't get their minus 40% anymore.
Probably
they're two builds, I reckon.
Still
it's pretty good.
More than works
Still very strong.
in 0.4.
Yeah.
For me, 100% Rules the Cat here. I couldn't tell you why. 100% is though. There we go. That's it.
Also, Nova projectile no longer has the 40% less damage part of it. So
yes,
the hits
Next one.
that hits are going to be stronger.
Oh, it's me.
Next one is going to be Hollow Palm League Starter Monk Invoker by Farham.
I think he gets...
I think it utilizes mainly Stormwave, utilizes Cast on Critical, Herald of Thunder, that all of that. It's also like a very, very updated build right here. Very, very new. Stormwave Monk, basically. Cast on Critical. Very, very solid still. Is it Hollow Palm, though, in the endgame? Because even with the nerfs to Hollow Palm in the endgame... yeah, I mean, just solid. I don't see a way. It would slightly nerf probably with Hollow Palm this league.
The attempted hostile takeover of the PC by the camera.
The thing about Hollow Palm is it's had a slight buff in campaign, but the end game scaling was all on attack speed. Like you can still do some pretty decent damage with it. You could equip it up to do that. To do the Thunder Slam, it would be okay. It would probably be better than Stormwave per clear with the cast on crit and stuff. I might even run it like that, but you could run it very similar to the Stormwave, to the Falling Thunder build. It's just the Stormwave build. It's just for simplicity, right? You just walk through. The Ice Strike build's kind of a bit more fun as well. I would actually check that out on the Zero Cost League starter. If you were thinking about doing Hollow Palm, the early end game cold version where you use Ice Strike and Shattering Palm instead is a lot of fun because you bounce between the packs and blow everything up.
Very solid.
But the Stormwave version's a lot safer. Thanks. Thanks, Dead Rabbit.
Yeah, it basically, I'm not gonna lie, it looks almost identical to what I ran as a league starter last league. It works great as a league starter.
I think it's because, to be fair, the only defense I'm going to give here is because he's not just looking at it from just a leveling perspective, whereas you're building it from a leveling perspective, and you're going to transition
I did tier 3 sesh with it. It worked for that.
Yeah.
He thinks you're going to go on and attempt to do bossing and shit like
okay.
that.
A solid starter, cheap starter, very cheap.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rake.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one.
Even if you
see what I'm doing it for.
Next one is going to be Amazon Ice Strike League Starter. We kind of wanted to include an Amazon
This is kind of how the Ice Strike version looks when you run it.
Amazon that we have seen.
It looks a bit more like this.
This
but
was
don't bother with charge staff because it doesn't work with
by
Hollow Palm.
Taki PoE.
This is good though.
Based on like just Ice Strike, Shattering Palm, charge staff. That's pretty much it. And then yeah. Little bit of a definite, very, very early league starter type stuff here. You can see the Zesh kill right now. That is...
Yeah, Bell is very weak.
Yeah, very, very... Another snake tier. That is another snake tier in my book. Okay. Next one is going to be Spike COC Spike Gog Blood Mage by Squishy.
I'm starting to think that Dead Rabbit doesn't like quarterstaffs.
Who already did like one of the most popular
Sorry? What did you say, Danny?
Oh no, sorry, I just laughed.
Oh.
I laughed.
Spark
It might have been
Spark builds.
from my headphones.
last league,
I'm
both
not even me
on
coming
the
back
Blood Mage
through your
first and then the
headphones,
Ritualist. Yeah, I mean,
I'll lean back.
just absolutely solid. I think the video he just
Obviously,
uploaded that was
the
showing
movement
right
speed
here.
won't look this good due to the nerfs to reduce movement speed penalties. But yeah,
I mean, that's a
Overall,
lot of life and shield.
he did
for
this is
immediate
like the
league
Zesh
start.
kill he did with the gear that he did to simulate like a league start type thing. I just think like
crazy good
overall, whether it is like Squishy's way of approaching this or like anything, I do
Very gear heavy, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't think they went. I don't know if they went to the shop, spent 1 divine on their gear, and then showcased what it looks like with 1 divine's worth of gear
Well,
on.
Fubgun definitely didn't on his leveling build.
What do you mean? Headhunters are only 1 exalt on League Start. They drop all the time.
Personally,
if
that's
you're not dropping 6 headhunters and 29 divines in your campaign, I mean, what are you even doing?
Sorry, be right back. Just gonna farm the witch and grow
Spike,
before.
CLC, Blood Mage will still be
Just to
like
get my
among
headhunters.
the top when it comes to like meta builds and whatever. Both,
especially
both,
with the choir of the.
Don't worry, we'll have Victor chance a heavy belt first time.
That's true, actually. And he always calls them out as well. He always says headhunter whenever 1 drops, so we should be fine.
Requires
high
that
hopes.
amulet is
100%.
disgusting now.
Okay, that is.
Honestly, I do. Actually, I kind of agree. I actually think that Miso's build is going to suffer a lot on boss damage, but the Amazon Ice Strike build I think should be up. That's actually really good. But again, it requires you to get a decent quarterstaff.
I'm back.
An ED Contagion, I think it's a rougher campaign than Hollow Palm, but it has an easier time in maps. Anything melee in maps, as soon as you're melee, you're rolling a dice with your life.
I might be biased here.
Unless you're armor stacking these days.
For me, this is a Fubgun tier.
But Rabbit, you know it's not a league starter. That's why you start with ED Contagion.
This is a Fubgun tier. I think you
honestly,
could be
admire the
Goonin
fact
on that
how
one.
people
I think
sleep
the Gooners
on
might
Stormweaver.
eat well on this one. Okay,
will
next
get
one.
punished.
Explosive shot, crossbow, deadeye. We had to include Ruto, of course.
Oh, this will probably just get nerfed.
Next
right?
one is going to be this one. He has
Whatever
on his
Ruto's gonna
mobalytics
play.
because he has like some giga versions for the 0.3 version here. On the mobalytics that he has posted here, there is like this dude. This is just
His
what
videos
is
are
this?
fucking mad. These videos are actually fucking mad.
Why?
Go back 10 seconds.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Bob 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
So, in his
Why is
mobalytics,
the
he
cat
has like
playing
a
the
very
game?
early end game. There's no Nova projectiles in there.
Warcraft
There's
is
no
someone
Argent's
that
medal
has
in there. So
some-
it is definitely a league
that
starter.
sort of anime
Will, in
animation
my
going
opinion,
on his
still
screen,
definitely work. Once
every
again,
time
grenades,
Bloodlust
one
goes
of the easiest way to get through campaign, one of the easiest way
Yeah.
to do like early end game and shit. It's just nothing more is said. Rutu obviously knows what the fuck he's doing. So, obviously,
Yeah. I've run a very similar build on Hardcore SSF. It is very, very strong.
okay. We put the Druid here as bait here. This is no build, but Druid. Next build is going to be Anime Princess. Spike, Stormweaver
How's your build, Victor?
by AP. He has like a 9.5 hour video right here where he's doing campaign. But
let's
let's just go
check.
into the later stages. This is just... I was actually, I have to say, during campaign, I always thought that Spike during campaign is absolute pain
No,
and
that's
suffering. I have to
that's not
say,
fighting
once you
conduit,
get
is
the
it?
infusions, and I think Stormweaver got some buffs, and like infusion mechanics
Spark,
did get a little bit of a buff
just Spark.
in the most recent patch. I'm not
pure
sure
Spark.
what exactly it
You
was
picked them
though.
up. I think there was a lot of changes of picking
SSF
them up
as well.
from
Rabbit-
further
yeah.
away.
Rabbit is onto something.
It actually
and
feels kind of
obviously-
good. That's
It's
what
like
I
it's
was.
using
And
cold
cold,
infusions.
and cold infused
infusions
Bark
are
got
sick.
buffed
Yeah.
significantly.
Yeah. So it actually felt kind of good. It might. I think Stormweaver builds might be back. This is just a very good way of playing Spike on a Stormweaver.
Make sure you go like Rabbit's
Perfect.
video.
By AP. This is. We don't know. We don't really know. It is a Stormweaver.
Do make
It's a
sure you
snake
go
tier.
like Rabbit's video, guys. And mine.
Mark and Stormweaver, two words
Like my
starting with
video
S.
as well.
That's Snake.
That's snake tier. There we go.
Send it to your mum.
Next build.
Get your mum to watch. Like it.
Yeah, here we have
8-7
What
Brada with
8-7,
another
8-7-8
Gucci
He
Pradas.
plays a very nice little weapon swap witch hunter build.
Anything with a bow is
Utilizing not all of
Well,
them,
they
but
make
like I think
Is
half
Brainstorm
of the
still able to
additional
move
points
that
that you
fast?
get for witch hunter.
I guess it will. You would.
Which is more than any other build or most other builds that I've seen try to utilize it.
Okay. I can't remember the names.
You stack very,
Not
very,
from
very,
damage
very, very, very,
perspective.
very, very high attack speed and zoom around on bone
Focus
shatter
build is top
like
tier.
this. It looks
Yeah,
very
his-
stupid,
his
but
list
it
is
works.
basically the ones at
And
the
then you
top
lightning arrow,
are-
lightning rod, boss.
Lots of currency, definitely not league starter builds, I think.
Don't worry, Fabgun's gonna have a headhunter on Tuesday.
Not much harder than that.
Fabgun's
No,
leveling
that's
guide currently
basically
has
it.
6 ascendancy
Snake is
points assigned
mediocre,
between
nothing-
level 1
nothing-
and 13. Just saying.
No,
It
he's
means
obviously not
anything
finished
in
it.
here.
Yeah.
Like I should I should underline again. Nothing means anything.
Oh my God.
We're not
Rod,
ranking
lightning rod
anything.
is not dead. It's just not as strong as before.
Not as strong as before. Yeah. Okay.
It's not.
Yeah. Another build that is utilizing like attack
I-
speed based movement skills, basically like Bone Shatter, like Rolling
it's not
Slash.
dead, but-
Yeah, on a Witch Hunter, the only Witch
shit.
Hunter build that we have
0.2
here.
Cooldown
This
is what they
is
did to Bell.
for me.
We're
this
getting
is a
bone
Rustic
shatter
Cat.
nerfed.
Yeah,
We're
I
getting
think
bone
so.
shatter nerfed, by the way.
I think so.
First
It's just
Farmer
like
shows it, and now we're showing it.
Didn't they nerf
Yeah.
Bell like 4
Okay,
different ways,
next
like,
one
once?
is going to be
Yeah,
Poison,
and then
Lead,
slowly
Shield,
reversed it. Yeah.
Titan
and
by
then slowly
Pigman.
moved it back.
This
Now
was
it's just
one of
about
my
upward.
personal favorites, I have to say.
Yeah,
This-
same.
the
This
footage
looks
that-
so sick.
The footage that
Yeah.
you're seeing right now is him basically on
The
like
problem with your
super,
Bella is when my spikes
very,
hit
very
it, it just expires within a second.
Now, this is clearly on very, very league start gear. He's got 145 spirit, 1,492 life.
basically
Straight out
still
of
campaign gear and doing a T15 map. So this is very, very, I would say this is very
Just don't get hit.
lenient to league starting. Looks
Yeah, that
very,
looks-
very cool to me. If you want to check out his like
That
giga
does look
version
very
of the
cool.
of the last league's patch, it looks absolutely insane. Kind of one of my personal favorites here in this list, I have to
Yeah,
say.
for sure. It
Looks
same.
kind of crazy.
It looks cool. It looks
made
very
me
cool.
reconsider a little bit. Made me reconsider. a
Yeah,
little bit.
same. Yeah. It had me thinking about maybe am I really going crossbows or am I swapping last minute again?
Yeah.
I should have done the ice
So
version.
absolute
Palm.
insane. I love this one so much. Poison,
Well done,
Shield,
Tup.
Bleed, Titan. For me,
Oh.
it goes into the Fopgun tier. Okay, now
so it
we
looks really
kind of
good.
go into our bait tier, I think. We're going into our bait tier a little bit. Because it's all going to be Druid. So we have absolutely no
That's a
information
lot of
about
Druid
Druid.
stuff.
We know absolutely nothing. I'm not calling any one of these
the
people
rest of it's
that
all
made
Druids,
builds
isn't it?
like this. I'm putting myself into this tier as well. What I'm just saying is we don't know. We don't know if
They're all
any of
just
this is
master
going to work.
guns.
Exactly. Bear, right? First one is going to be my personal favorite, of course, and someone you should always
with the luck.
trust when it comes to build
Yes,
guides.
always
even
trust
if he's-
him when you ask him for a price check. He loves
Exactly.
doing price checks.
Which is Captain Lance 9 with the Meteor Bear Shaman. Not much to say. He wants to use Walking Calamity because he likes using a treadmill anyway. So he's using Walking Calamity to just
Did your internet die?
walk through maps, use Firestorm, and then that's basically
Mushroom
the
buffet.
theory craft. For all the Druid builds,
Sure
if
thing.
you are actually interested in
It's got me because I got booted from the server.
in-
Now that's a good looking layout there.
trying out these builds or wanting to also do them or whatever, I refer you to the videos that the people have done on them because
Shit. Can't wait. Hey, look, there we are.
Disadvantages.
Hey, look, there's us, 161%
Disadvantages.
slow and feeble. Loot multiplication machine. That's us. That's our
Lance in his video is laying
Okay.
out his plan. He's explaining all the
It's also
theory
me.
crafting and whatever.
Just
And
Captain Lance checking out
yeah.
your builds.
build. No, it was
just watch
on the
them.
right hand side.
For
of the
me-
featured list.
Of course, B for bear bait here first. Next, and probably the biggest bait of them all, is my Oracle plant-based Druid. Probably the biggest bait of them all.
Isn't this what Rabbit's league starting? He's gonna be watering the plants, isn't he? He's doing Terraria league start, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Shame,
have much time to
spellcaster,
check in to see how that's going, so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
Find
Spellcaster
some
Druid, that's my plan. I don't know. Oracle, we don't know anything yet. It's gonna involve plants. It's gonna involve physical spells. We don't know.
Keep an eye on things.
Wet plants. So, bait.
Perfect.
Next one. Next one
Yoshi
is
and
going to be...
Wet plants, wet wife.
What is
Next
Yoshi
one
doing?
is lazy.
Apart from stealing my name.
Yoshi's starting League on Yoshi time.
Yeah, I don't know what Yoshi... Like, Yoshi is an enigma. I'm assuming...
Exile, Lunar, Assault, Wolf, Druid.
If he's
That
got
is
the
the
time
next
off
one.
work, he's also not doing whatever the fuck he does between the hours of 6 and 9 o'clock every goddamn day.
He just goes to Tesco's.
He doesn't.
He's doing it. No, he's doing it sideways in his car, and it's really fun. So he keeps doing it.
He's not. He's just doing like the premium Just Eat deliveries or something. I swear to God.
Sideways in his car.
Sideways in his car, yeah. Full of Battenberg.
Do you know what Yoshi's gonna do?
Like,
Yoshi's gonna
to
wait
summarize
for us
this
to go
very
to
quickly.
maps. Then we'll be like, can you
boost me, please?
It's Frostbase, Wolf.
Yeah.
That's it. Wolf. We're putting on the wolf costume. We're howling, something like that.
Oh.
She has like a very big deep dive
he won't have
one day after this
3,000
video as
divines to
well.
pay to
So
somebody on
that
TFT
is
support.
that is the next one. It's wolf based. You summon a bunch of wolves. You attack
We'll have
with
at least
wolf
7
stuff. You
campaign.
Yeah.
How much damage do wolves do? Oh my God! Wolves give you extra crit when they first emerge.
woo a bunch of times.
That's pretty good.
Then you go. This is the next one.
I woo a bunch of times. Yep.
Yeah,
This is going to be the season of the
that's what you do.
Wolfpack,
Next one
It's going to be the
is
season of the fairy.
Rolling Magma Dragon by Peugeot.
No,
Go
clearly.
around with their Wolfpacks.
He's also a car manufacturer,
Everybody's gonna be a furry,
as
yeah.
we've learned today. Rolling Magma Dragon.
We're going to be a fairy
Druid.
monk. We're going to grow our hair back.
I think this is
we're not
based
gonna
on
be
the
bald
Ignite
forever.
stacking as well. He wants to use Rolling Magma,
everyone's gonna
everything.
wear
He's
bits
doing
of
a pub
carpet
and
and
everything.
everything,
We don't know.
don't
You might want to try
what's
this
the
out as
sub-goals?
well.
Get
He's
your shaky
doing
beard
some
to,
nice theory
Wolverine
crafting. Go check it
style.
out.
Get those jobs going.
That's the next one. Next one,
I
which
think-
is not a
I
Druid
think
build,
he should have a
so
soul
it's not going to be a bait
Quintet.
tier build,
He's
is
already got
the
Wolverine style
Stampede
side of the head hair.
Titan
If he doesn't,
by
if he doesn't
King
get rid of
Cobra.
it,
Yeah.
Also built, I think that he has used most of the league. He's doing a league starter on next league as well, so I think you know more about
That's
that.
league start quite
I
well.
played it this
I
league.
play on Gem, by the way.
It's very satisfying. Those shatters are massive once you get up to higher level and get all your passive points into the AoE points.
I had a lot of fun with the Gemling version of
You
something
have
very similar.
tremendous boss damage once you figure out all the stuff you want. The rotation that he does is a little bit.
I'm hearing a lot of love
I mean,
for
it's not
Gemini.
complex. It's 3 buttons, but I decided to go for a simpler route and went what's it called? Sunder. But yeah, very fun build. Very fun build. Very tanky.
Yes, that's what
People
I did.
complain
I
that Smelly is squishy, but dude, you put a shield on, you tanky as hell,
Okay.
boy.
Did you pick up that level 9?
Yeah, but
Yeah, that was it.
Watching Conwell do this now is making me
no
want to
bias
start
here.
Gemling.
I don't even know who that is. Fopgun's here. Have you seen the Ziggy video? Yes. It's coming. Next one is going to be the tanky. It's going to be the tanky
It's really
bear
making me want to play.
Druid by Five Nights
I
at
can't use the
Freddy's.
level 9.
Yeah, that one. Five Nights at
anything
Freddy's.
specific about
I don't
Gemling
know.
that
Five Nights
you
at
need
Freddy's.
to enable
Something
that
like
build
that.
is gonna be done on the
Tanky
platform.
Bear, I think he's doing a lot of theory crafting in this video. He wants to do a very tanky bear, pretty close to, I think, what Lance is planning on as well. Walking Calamity, all that shit,
just thinking
Carnage,
the speed
bunch of bear
element
stuff,
of
like super.
go with that.
G'day folks, Ziggity here with a hands-on preview for the
I didn't mean to do that.
Okay. I don't know. Five Nights
So
at Freddy's.
I watched this whole video earlier, and he's done some theory crafting, and it does look like you should be able to get up to somewhere close to about 200,000 to 300,000 armor, which would be enough to ignore all small and medium
Something
hits,
like
with
that.
applying to
Tanky Bear,
elemental
I
as well.
think he's doing a lot of theory crafting in this video. He wants to do a very tanky bear,
This build
pretty
looks
close
really
to, I think, what Lance is planning on as well. Walking
Actually looks
Calamity,
well
all that
crafted around
shit,
just some, like,
Carnage,
basic numbers that you definitely
bunch of
be able to
bear
hit,
stuff,
and then just work
like
from
super
there.
good.
Actually, I don't think
another
that's-
Druid build. Okay,
I don't. That's not. That's actually not a bait build at all. He's working around some really good concepts on some buffed uniques as well. And like, if you were going to follow a druid build,
did you see that?
One looks really good.
There's 2 uniques: a unique shield and an amulet you can slip in, and it, this league will give you 90 on your resists.
No.
Yeah, I'll try and find the link to someone.
Is going to be someone that I also really liked on this list. Is a Warbringer Totem Master build, basically, with mortar cannon totems by PoE guy. Also looks super cool. This also very League Starter friendly in my opinion. Yeah, I think also very cool build. We wanted to have a Warbringer build in here as well. I think this is very League Starter friendly. Looks very cool. Probably, yeah, scalable as well. So that is another one. Where do we? Oh, we need another snake tier, so it's like laid out. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Tactician Wolf, bait. Perfect. That's it.
Next one and last one is going to be Oscrix. We gotta have an Oscrix build in here. His plan is to do a Tactician Wolf, and he says that it looks promising. I mean, what else do you need to do? Need more? I think this is minion based, right? He wants to summon a bunch of wolves on a Tactician and stuff, and then do some shit. So that's gonna be it. That's our last Druid build.
I mean, that does sound kind of bait, because I don't know how don't know how much damage the wolves are going to do, but it sounds funny.
That is the absolutely serious, and you should absolutely take.
Go check out the video, and give it a like and that jazz. Right, new patch notes. Nope. New patch notes, yeah. Just the item filter information. What time is the Game Awards tomorrow? Oh, what the hell? I might literally have to have the stream on while I'm at work. Just restreaming it to start with my mic off, and then I'll join like half an hour later. There will be tomorrow, Milk, yeah. There will indeed be Twitch drops tomorrow. No, there's not. There's no Twitch drops right now.
Ungodly o'clock in the morning, no?
Hang on.
Oh no, wait, I'm confusing UTC with ETC. ECT.
No, that is ungodly time in the morning.
Oh yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah, that's midnight.
Midnight to 4:30 AM.
On December the 12th. That's that. Do you know how we can tell? Because it says December the fucking 12th. That's how we know it's midnight for us. Because the Twitch drop.
What are you doing the morning of what are you doing the morning of League Start? Staying up super late to get Twitch drops.
I don't know, guys. I'm going to be honest. We might only stream the half an hour of that, and it's going to be quick and get your drop or don't. I would say. Right. Do I want to change anything else about this? Like, maybe, because we could drop the chaos damage and stuff for now. And just have it operate a bit better. So we don't need the chaos damage. If I were to turn off the herald chaining. It doesn't really work at this level anyway. Not very well. Also, like, that's not, you know, it's not very league starty, is it, to be trying to do this fucking Herald chain? Like, this should be the first step towards greatness. It doesn't have to be immediate greatness. It doesn't. It doesn't have to involve, just get a staff, right? First step after doing Hollow Palm, get stick. Doesn't need to be get stick. We can get Aelith Chimes as well. That's going to be relatively cheap, I would imagine. Grab one of those. Sure. Might even drop her own. So then Ice Strike. I feel like Ice Strike should have... Am I going to have full rage? And it's just going to be slow as shit again. That's probably fine for now.
We need to kill some shit because we are under level.
I don't know if you can use 2 of these at a time or not anymore. I have to get rid of the 10% extra light damage. Get rid of that shit. Alright.
I just realised I've muted myself. I linked that 90% to all resistances thing in the group chat.
Where's that been picked up from? Holy shit.
It's a Chaos Res as well.
Yeah. Oh, what?
There's the usual, obviously. You can see salty Reddit comments.
Yeah. I read like 2 salty Reddit comments there. That's enough for me.
Pretty good, yeah. Corrupted. 90% with 0 true.
But cannot block. Like, just straight up cannot block. But if you could get rid of that line, cannot block, which you can, you could make something fucking crazy.
Yeah, if you roll all those 25s to 33s and get rid of the cannot block, maybe. I don't know. Like...
It's not a Val unique though.
Yeah, that's the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get rid of the line. You can only do that shit to value uniques, right?
But then it'll fit some builds, won't it? Regardless whether or not you can't block. I mean, if you've got 0 passive investment,
it's still stupidly strong.
Yeah. There's a dude bit further down explains the damage, but essentially it works out you only take, if someone does 10,000 damage, you only end up taking about 250.
Yeah, if you were capped out on armor as well. Yeah.
Isn't there that passive node that does the converts all physical damage taken into elemental?
There's one that converts some, like 5%. It's not all.
Mike, use one of your lesser jeweler orbs.
I'd imagine you probably would want to use that as well. Yeah, I think Herald of Thunder could quite easily become Wind Dancer here.
Go on. I must meditate.
Especially if I'm taking that node. That'd be enough to cap us out, especially if I took these back. I actually went down this route.
Right, I'm going to bust the groove, gentle fellows. I shall see you soon.
See ya.
Might as well grab that at that point. But yeah, I'm going to jump off Discord now. I finished doing that. I'm going to get back to tinkering around this build. I'm going to go make a tea and stuff. So I'll chat to you guys in a bit.
See you.
2 more sleeps to go, guys.
Yes.
Right. Right, we need to make sure that we're correct. That 55% should be enough. Herald of Thunder can just come off. That's fine. That leaves us. I don't really need more freeze build up. This will be 80% already, isn't it? No, we don't need these nodes. Do I? It's 25% more. I don't think I have any other bonus crits. We would actually need it. Puts us up to 79. So. So 35 is going to put us just right. Okay, right, that's fine. Keep that load. Extra freeze build up's good. That puts us at level 90. What about those? What do I do with my last skill? Maybe Wind Dancer. Wind Dancer and Ghost Dance. Here's one we made earlier. Yeah, that gives us as much evasion. I don't think it's not going to feel like it's not going to feel like we miss Herald of Thunder at this stage if we're not trying to do the Herald chaining. This will just be a nice introductory Flicker Strike build. No worries, Jota. should be all good. So I still have 4 points we could use. At this point, I guess it's just crit bonus, right? It's not as much of an attack speed difference as I'd hoped.
Let's try something different.
Probably don't bother with that. The mana cost efficiency probably isn't a bad shout. With everything costing that much. Lapis is level 91. Should have plenty of freeze build up. Obviously need to sort out the skills in Wind Dancer and Herald of Ice. Cast on crit will actually be cheaper as well. So we should, I think, with a more on Blasphemy as well, to make things slower. For sure. But I think a tree like that would work to start. Right, let me make a cup of tea, go for a week. Won't be a sec. I need to take the camera, stop following me. Otherwise it will drift off into a corner. Stop following me, camera. Thank you. It started again. I held my hand up too many times. Okay. Yes. Yes. I had a mince pie while I was gone. It was important. An important mince pie. We just need Herald of Ice doing damage, right? No, do anything else at this point. It should be like... I'm still going to be doing a bit of chaos damage, and that's because of... What's about, how are you? Hey, Cognado. That's only useful in this one situation because I've got something equipped that I shouldn't. FPS loss. Right, we've got overreach in there, that's fine. Oh man, I'd absolutely just run. I suppose I could run a long shot. Long shot's not correct. Yeah, Invoker's looking fine. For 0.4. Hollow Palm will still work as well. And Hollow Palm into Flicker Strike. Hopefully into Herald's Chaining shortly after that. Just working out the pre-Herald Chaining step and what it should look like. I think we need an Unset Ring. Invoker confirmed Snake Tier. Yep. So saith. Nice. Yeah, Hollow Palm's crazy strong this patch. Any update, enjoyers? What? Where are these? What? Lack of patch notes is disturbing. You know there's going to be more. This can't be the finished lot. Try not to. Yeah, no, I still got one shot in maps. I had to sort out some stuff in the end. Deflection's really, really good, by the way. If you can afford to get all your resistances sorted and then put deflection on all of your gear, which is fucking expensive, it will turn the tank up to like 11. I never bothered, but it'd be really good. You basically get 40% DR most of the time. It's really, really powerful. So that's how you can fix up the defenses a bit, while still leaning into everything that you've got. Yeah. Evasion deflection's good. Stack more of it. But yeah, you get one shot by stuff. It's normally floor explosions, by the way, that tend to be the one shots I've found. Tornado. Right, I need one more skill for Herald of Ice. Just being fucking brain dead. Oh, none of you help. Hang on. What about that Frozen Spite thing? I've never used it, but I need to just read it. I'm sure I've got one. Like, This is why I hate standard. I can't be bothered to clean this up. Support skills trigger ice ranks on killing frozen enemies. Alright, okay, but it can't freeze. We don't want that then, do we? I don't want to use any lineage supports right now.
Have an order?
In what? I'm sure I need it. What? The fuck? Hello? Fucking put it back in. That was a very, yeah. I'm aware of what I just said. Yep.
Hail. I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
Standard is so fucked, man. Give it Culling Strike. That'd be kind of useful, actually, at this stage. That would actually be useful to have on something. That's not a... Sports attack skill. No, it's just attack skills. Fine. Oh, fuck. Wind Dancer. Magnified area. Does 13,000 damage. Still does 13,000 damage. Apparently. Didn't expect that. Freeze. How much damage are you doing? I don't know, I always use I've got so used to using Wind Dancer as just a fucking buff stick. Oh, 1 sec. Let's get my tea. The remove only tab. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. I just find them annoying. You can also, you can also go up here and you can actually just hide them like that. It's pretty good. Oh, I don't know what the fuck to do with Wind Dancer. Need to look up some cool Wind Dancer tech. I could just make it do loads of damage and we get hit, right? That is probably absolutely fine. Yeah, we'll do for now. We'll do until I think of something better. I don't know if I've got any space in my gems tab. This is another problem. This is I'm going to run out of gem space really. There you go. Out of gem affinity space. This is a gem tab as well now. Everything is a gem tab. Tidy inventory, tidy mind, as they say. Shit, we still need to test this out. So we should be able to freeze with Flicker Strike, I think. It's not a lot of cold damage. Which will set off the Herald of Ice, which will just be single Herald of Ice explosions for now. But that's okay. To get the other ones working, we do need to up some stuff. We would need to spend more divines than just getting a quarterstaff. To get some proper runes, we'd have to get probably a Heart of the Well with chaos damage on it. There's a few other steps to make the Herald chaining work. Weird. What it might feel a bit weird on is bossing. Guess I'm going to find out. What the fuck is that? No, do a tier 2. I don't think it's tier 3 ready. Oh, seriously better quarterstaff? I don't know, I might surprise myself. Beat the fireball. Which was a good sign. What is definitely a problem is mana. Even with this reduced cost. I'm gonna have to build up fucking 50 charges on the boss rather than 20 to test this. Damn it. I feel like getting just 100% crit on Ice Strike would be helpful. Also, poor Selkeln would be pretty good. and cheap, and definitely affordable by this point. Just grab it.
We that dreamed. We in nightmare.
And balance around that.
We that are one. We watch. We wait. We dream.
So right now we would be able to get to max charges and just hit him with a... I mean, you can't just kill him with there. With max power charges, that would do quite a bit more. But those are not the right support gems for it. I need to bite the bullet and not run rapid attacks in there as well. At this stage. We're also not getting 100% crit chance. Which would be helpful. Whole device felt like it was working okay though. Another more damage multiplier, really. Unfortunately, how bad's the nerf to Ambrosia? Can't remember. I think it's pretty bad. Wait. How much mana does a mana flask have if a mana flask could have mana? So that's going to consume 25 for 25% extra then. If you got one with increased charges, you could maybe get it to confirm 35. It's not that much worse, it's just not as spammable. It's probably still okay. To test it, we'll have to test the changes. Probably still. It does mean we're going to be like completely out of mana flasks in maps. No, we shouldn't be, because Flicker actually leeches plenty. Fucking strength. Oh. That's not going to work. Because we would be shattering everything. We don't want to shatter everything. Because then we won't be able to generate any charges because there won't be any corpses. profane ritual. That wouldn't be any good. That'd be pretty bad, in fact. If that's gonna feel fucking lame. It might feel really lame. Yeah, this is a strike. I don't think it's gonna... I wonder if he gives it more hits. That's what I'm wondering. Oh, what? You can't ancestrally boost it? Fuck you. Fucking melee strike. Bullshit. Fucking... Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to shaving my head on Friday. Yeah, all good. Just trying to figure out what we socket as the last gem. I mean, the bifurcate thing is clearly the best, but... We need more just natural crit as well. We can't... That's not going to work. There's 55% there. Light blind, it's good. I mean, we could just... I'd take it up to 95. I don't want to take it to 95. For the purposes of this. Alright, okay.
Speak. Let's try
I'm
something
not using, am I still using blindside? I don't think I am. I think I've given up on blindside, I think. Yeah.
Go on. I must meditate.
Right. You're gonna have to be in and then so that puts us at 92, but those are some really tasty nodes. That gives us the damage back, and it gives us the crit chance that we're missing. It also means I could take back these four, because I Grab these 2 nodes instead. Don't need the extra energy charge. That puts us at 90. So 2 points. Ha! Halo Bunny. We are starting Hollow Palm into Flicker Strike. Here, I'll show you. My hair is bad. Like, it needs a look. Look at it. Look at it. It just fucking lives under this fucking hat. It just needs to go. Hollow Palm into this. This is like the first step of the Flicker Strike version. Yeah, definitely needs to go. These power charges are staying, these ones are going. So we could grab those. That puts us at 93. Fuck me, that damage number's come shooting down. But that's okay, because we get the 55% back from here. Against day's targets, which is probably when it's going to matter. I really don't want to run Ambrosia. It's more cost efficiency, like right there. Oh, that's so much better. It might be running like that to start with. We've got to drop Ambrosia. I don't want it. Pretty sure concentrated area and the less area stops how far it jumps. Like, I'm pretty sure it affects its strike distance, but I don't think you can see it anyway. Otherwise, that would be pretty good. So this version of the build may well undergo some changes literally as we get more information on the day. And I might even play the Hollow Palm ones differently, but we'll see. Have they released any new patch notes yet? No. You know they're going to come out as soon as I stop stream tonight. That feels like a lot less damage. But a lot more mana. that definitely feels like it's not jumping as far. Yeah, the engagement range, like I can't... Feels significantly worse. Damage is better though, for sure. On the flicker strike, I mean. We're not freezing properly either. Okay, that was kind of weird. Definitely felt like went a bit wrong. So yeah, I'm not critting enough with anything with this setup. So I mean we need to take magnified area. Probably.
We that dreamed, we in nightmare, we that are one. She wisdom and action.
50 fucking charges. It's so long. Yeah.
Of reality's coiling rise.
Okay.
They fight once
We need the double crit. Double crit important. It seems.
we welcome you into our.
Right, this wasn't critting anywhere near enough. Is this a pinpoint critical angle? Pinpoint critical's fucking rough. It's a lack of power charges in single target, because it takes so fucking long to get the Hand of Chiola up with Ice Strike when we have to get to 50 fucking culmination to get the power charges. It actually will be much faster than that when we only have to get to 20. It'll be like 1/5 the time. Nah. Concentrated area made it feel really bad. Falling Thunder's been nerfed really heavily in the upcoming patch as well. It's still good. But you're not going to be able to get the culmination on it anymore. Not like we were. But it still should be able to one-shot a boss. I would imagine. I think you just have to go through 2 rounds of generating charges. Then it should be fine. But I guarantee if I put Falling Thunder on with this gear setup, I wouldn't be one-shotting that boss. I wouldn't. I feel like it needs Ambrosia in it. Oh, okay, we'll try with Ambrosia. And more crit. I need more crit.
Speak. I must meditate.
Thanks, Chase. That's a pretty inefficient way of generating charges, though. Just use Tempest Flurry and Aelith's Chimes and Hand of Chola. Yeah, Siphoning Strikes. Okay. I find it a bit clunky. Also, I want to run all the auras. Oh. Haven't seen one of those for a while. I wish we had a target dummy. I literally just want to do I just want to hit a target dummy. I don't want to keep running into Zesht. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Aelith's Chimes will be pretty readily available within the first 48 hours. Yeah, it definitely goes further with without Conk effect in it. Like 100%. So that should mean that area nodes make it go even further. And there's new area nodes being added. Yeah, the reason Falling Thunder was so good in 0.3 was culmination more than anything. I think it's still about like 60% as good as it was without, somewhere around there. The culmination could make it do some silly stuff. It should still be able to do about 12 mil damage, I think, in one shot. With like okay gear. But it's not as good for moving around maps. Not with all the movement speed nerfs. I'll just press Fricker Strike. Let God take the wheel. You know? Besides, I did Falling Thunder at the start of last league. Oh, there we go. And that's my main reason for not wanting to do it again. Yeah. feel like either he's not dazed. Oh, he is dazed. It's just not enough. Can't generate enough power. Mind you, it should be hitting a lot hard, a lot more than that anyway. How did I have it fucking set up before? I know I had... That Garakan's resolve doesn't make that much difference. I mean, my gear was a lot better. Not that much, though. I wasn't doing much when it comes to... Jack of all trades pretty good. But even that's like 60% damage. It's good old Falling Thunder, just sitting there being Falling Thunder. Right. I was like, what the fuck did I have resonance for? Yeah, to Heroic Tragedy. Oh, I can't believe the From Nothing Walk of the Wilds is going. That's pretty annoying. Those are some good nose to grab cheap. At this point, it's kind of like, just use... Brody didn't seem to add that much. Do I have his damage staff just lurking around? I just want to double check something. So we might have to start with Falling Thunder. Can't remember if you need Fizz to scale. Did I fucking sell my staff? I probably did. Yeah, let's on another character. Could be on another character. Or I could have one on another character. You've got a bow. You've got... What about you? What sort of staff do you have? So I don't have any plus skills on it. It's going to be a 0.1 patch character. It's going to have all sorts of bullshit on it. God damn. 4% increased attack speed per 20 dexterity. Now that's a pair of wisdom and actions. Fucking 80 max roll ingenuity, 80%. 35% increased movement speed boots, the best at the time. They could be made better. It's you. was you I wanted. This might work. Just want to see if number go up or down. They're probably going to come crashing down because of the skill levels. Let's find out. Yep. God damn, that was an amazing staff in 0.1 in 0.1. It felt like one anyway at the time. Looking at it now, it's not. It's bullshit. It's terrible. 0 out of 10. Alright, that staff better. What did my staff look like that I was using on this? It's not just going to be the staff though, it's going to be other things, but... yeah, it's pretty good. What did the time lost diamond do? I don't fucking remember. Oh, I must have written it down. Jules, right, tragedy. I think it's wrong. What's up there I think is wrong. I mean, I can just put Falling Thunder back on it. The thing with Falling Thunder is if you can make up the move speed, then you'll generate charges better, for sure. I used both for a reason as well. I didn't just have them both equipped because I'm going to pick one. They were both situationally good. Flicker Strike was great for moving around, and Falling Thunder was great when Flicker Strike stopped. It might be that angle again. This is the problem with making builds, when you just make the end game build. You know, level it's like, yeah, this would work if I had all of the currency to throw at it, but what's the step to go between Hollow Palm and this again? Because they killed that step. You might be right, Chase, it might be a Falling Thunder angle. It might. So at the moment, Ice Strike's just flat out damaging Flicker Strike. Even with the bonus multipliers. Oh, well, that gives me something to think about and come and solve on tomorrow's stream before we start the league. While we wait for the Game Awards to get our free mounts. Yeah, I think you might be right, Chase. I'm not going to use Siphon Strike, though. I don't like it. I think we can get the Chalupa thing going. But yeah, if the Chalupa thing's not available, then it would have to be Siphon Strike. Hey, Kevlar. Yeah, Flicker struggles a bit when you buy, like, a terrible weapon. Terrible-ish. He's like another 130, 40k damage on its sheet. But again, terrible. I wouldn't need this much leech. One of those could just be swapped into a better ring. Good. Anyway, checking for updates. There's not going to have been any. Oh, look, 1 day, 21 hours. Oh, what the fuck? I mean, click on the community. Patch notes. This thing. Today's patch notes. No. That was fine in 0.3. It worked quite well. The I was trying to get it working without inevitable crit, going on the basis that we would have charge regulation for the 25% more power charges, which means this should be 100% crit chance. But it needs to bifurcate, and yeah, really needs a couple of other bits and pieces. It does. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call stream there. I'll be back tomorrow. We are. Hey, Tinker. Bye, Tinker. Sorry. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to have a pre-stream. Maybe there's some other things that we can watch and react to. Maybe someone else will put me in snake tier and I can flip them off. I didn't mean it, by the way, Rabbit. It's okay. But I'll be back tomorrow, guys. And then, of course, league starting with the gang. So 6-man league start is the plan. Rush to maps. Abuse whatever loot drop system is going on. Make loads of divines. And then make some really cool builds over the first week. Because hopefully we'll have the currency to do it. That's the idea. As well as just running a load of 6-man content. So, you know, don't forget to like the stream and do the things. Hit the subscribe button. And the camera is ready for 6-man. Yeah, fixed everything. Everything is fixed. We haven't had a single fuck up tonight. Everything is fixed. But good night, guys. It's been a pleasure. Catch you tomorrow.